Stocks trying to get back to the upside here this morning, coming off a 7th straight all-time high for the S&P 500. We'll try and make it 8 in a row. This one probably not going to help the S&P 500 today, but definitely going to be the talk of a lot of people this morning. TMQ, the latest investment from the Trump administration in the rare earth space, up more than 200%. This thing ended the day yesterday around $2. We're approaching 750 currently this morning, if you haven't seen that one. Basically, all of the Fed is speaking today, so just be prepared. There's nothing much else on the Fed or on the calendar today, but there's 5 of them going to come through throughout the day, starting at 10 o'clock on. Just be prepared. There could be headlines that are economic related elsewhere. Tesla on watch here this morning. Big day yesterday, more than 5%, coming back in a little bit right now. Ahead of, it looks like we're going to get a cheaper Model Y. I mean, a lot of people were kind of humming and hawing over whether or not this was going to be the elusive Model 2 or the cheaper version of Tesla for customers. Looks like it's going to be the Model Y. You and I were just mentioning the simple fact that if they're using the same platform for this vehicle, how on earth is he going to be able to sell it for less?
Exactly. It's going to be a smaller battery. Brendel, one has to assume probably less finishings. We talked about the double pane glass, the vegan leather. All these niceties may not find their way into this cheaper EV. Time will tell, and we don't have to wait that much longer. It's going to be released today. Very excited to find out what this is, and if it's only that, Brendel, because we've seen EVTOL talks as well as some other things. There's a whole bunch to talk about. We got more information on the AMD and OpenAI deal. Looks like Sam Altman's getting 40% off these GPUs. He struck a hell of a deal there, Brendo. And AppLovin also in focus here as the SEC looking to investigate them. They were initially down, but they're about 4% right now. But as Brendo mentioned, TMQ in focus. That's the big one right there. Rare earths and metals as the U.S. looks to wean off the Chinese supply chain.
If anyone was looking at the last time we went through this, MP and then there was LAC. If anyone was looking around at that point, was there anyone that said, I'm going to buy TMQ because that looks like it might be the next one? But
it's on the Amex, Brendo.
I mean, if you're playing that lottery, I don't think anyone got that right. Anyway, IBM, worth noting here, made a pretty good move early on this morning, teaming up with Anthropic to accelerate the development of enterprise-level and ready AI technologies. So IBM moving around here this morning as well. I mean, there's Google as well as a Supreme Court announcement. We'll talk about Google. It's not really moving here in the pre-market, but a ton to look forward to today, guys. Obi's back with us again this morning. Good morning, guys.
Morning, good morning. It's actually funny. Hey, Obi.
Yo.
It's actually funny that you, Brendan, just mentioned that because you were telling me a story of somebody that actually took a shot on TMQ because of the rare earth metals. So kind of goes with what Brenda was saying there. You got to take a shot and believe in these things. And then today up that 200%. But
congratulations.
We talked about USAR. We talked about LAC. We saw MP Metals. Materials, was the first one that went 6-8 months ago. And now you're getting all the rest of them. We saw the same thing with the quantum names. We saw the same thing with nuclear names. We're seeing now with the chip names, with AMD getting right back to all-time highs yesterday, or close enough to it as well. And Nvidia pushing, the whole sort of tide lifts all these ships. We saw crypto yesterday, right? Bitcoin cracked highs. There goes Coinbase. There goes the other names as well. Starting to get back up there. Ethereum back up there. A little bit down today, but welcome everybody. Yesterday at this time, we bought more SoFi right off the open yesterday. And again, we talked about it bouncing off that 50-period moving average. And I'm of the belief that if you have good companies that actually make moves down, and that's why we're waiting for Robinhood to make a little bit of a lower move as well, back down into the 50-period, let's nibble a little bit. So we averaged up. And we talked about that yesterday on the show into SoFi, and then today, again, some more loan data there coming through for SoFi. So we'll be talking about that, up 4%. I really like that stock. It's going to be on the radar there today as well. So, yeah, man, ready to rock and roll. It's a rainy Tuesday here. We'll hope Neil's better and can come back in there tomorrow. So that should be exciting for that. And if not, we have Obi here as well. I'm off Thursday, Friday. Thank you so much, Randy. Today it's Sharif was mad because it was pancakes back there, no protein.
They're ripe.
So.
Let's go.
Could have banana.
Thank you.
Actually banana pancakes are actually. All right, well, I won't eat live on the air, but there we go. We'll both share some banana. No, sometimes I do, but if I'm talking,
right.
It's just nothing wrong with having that, of course. Neil will literally just all day on air. Then he always gets caught. And yes, there it is. What's up, Gavin? Yeah, you, myself, and Obi going to get you guys to the right spot today. That's right. So, and the other thing here is Tesla. Tesla came in 450. A little disappointing, I guess. I mean, the story that we have here is that, and again, make sure you do get Sharif's morning note, by the way. I mean, that's the one thing onto here, just to show you what we're talking about right now. You know, this is what's going to be on here right now. Tesla set to unveil a formal Model Y. Here's the Model Y. There's the price pressure demand. There's the production. There's the trader takeaway. The next note, AMD soars. More of that trader takeaway. You know, key levels there, support and resistance levels happening right here as well. I'm going fast because you got to sign up to see this. You know what I'm saying? App Love in there. SEC. What's up with that? What's the company response? What's the short seller pressures? Trader takeaway. All this stuff is right here. Bitcoin. Oh no, you don't want to. I better close this. I don't want to tell you the whole secret about Bitcoin. But yeah, what you got to do is, and again, you got to be a member. It's just this join here. You hit that join. First of all, hit the like and subscribe. This is for $5 a month. You get all these fun emojis, and we added this morning research note. So our watch list is still free. You can go get the watch list, which is absolutely fantastic. The email that gets emailed into your inbox. This is a PDF that you can go and download, and just gives you a little bit of extra information. So if you go onto our web page, go get that, and you know, you'll be able to. It's less than a price a cup of coffee a day, and we use it and we look at it all the time, and it's what Sharif uses on his midday to go over that. So it's $5. You can go grab that if you're interested. Or our watch list is completely free. Go to the link in description for all of that. So okay.
Like I get a lot of my top ideas from the watch list a lot of times, and sometimes I miss things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And today I missed TMQ on some of my scans. And that would have been pretty big because it is up quite aggressively on that government deal. Yeah, nice little hold of that 550 in the pre-market. We're holding structure. I'm just taking a dabble at a potential push. But yeah, a few interesting names kind of moving around in the pre-market today. There was that GLTO as well. That didn't show up on my scan. That was on the watch list as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy, that thing went from $3, Sean, yesterday, all the way to a high of 36 this morning.
Oh, right. Oh, my God.
Was it
GLTO? Taking a little bit of a galactic ride there. Let's GTLO, I think that's the GTLO. Let's pull that up. No, that's not it right there. GLTO, that's the one. GLTO. Yeah, a little bit of a crazy move. You see that? Would you look at that?
Want to take a look at that?
Would you look at that? That's absolutely wild here. So I got eyes on. I don't know if I'm going to trade it, to be honest, but I do have eyes on. We saw the craziness that some of these stocks can do yesterday with what was that one? Not QMMM, but there was one yesterday that went wild. The one you were
SPRB.
SPR, yeah.
Spruce Biosciences.
Yeah, that one. Spruce Biosciences. So
the one that we were all long a couple days ago, just in anticipation of that, of course.
Of course. Why not?
That's the one where we called the top. We called that top at 148. I tweeted it out. I don't know. No idea what it's at right now. But okay, so just a couple quick things here. Donnie Zimbabwe, I don't know where you heard anything like that from, but yeah, Neil is completely fine. He's going to be back. So I heard someone saying they're praying for Neil. I don't know who's saying that, but thank you so much for that support. We'll pass it on to him. Go Rats. I'm going to find this out right now. We have a $5 super chat. There used to be a animation of me belly dancing. So we're going to try to find that as soon as Fabian gets in. I don't know if Andre knows, but we have a whole list of them, and they're all cataloged, so we will be able to find that. So thank you, Go Rats. I'm just going to make sure I mark it down so that we do that. And a couple members, new member, oh, that's Donnie Zimbabwe. Thank you so much. Richard Stern as well. Thank you for becoming a member. And then shout out to Party P right now, dropping 5 gifted memberships. So you 5 are going to now get that new morning watch list. Let us know what you think about it. And there's also a new headline, apparently. Dell just said it's now guiding, 7 to 9%. Is that higher or lower than expected? Let me go see what they think.
Price is higher.
So Dell's going higher on that news? Okay, so there you go. So a nice little move upside there for Dell. Wow. Gold right now. Let's go for gold. Anybody's got gold on right now. Bang, 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 bang. Wheelbarrow. Gold just hit $4,000 for the very first time. So there it is, man.
Yo.
Gold all-time highs right now, matching digital gold, also going to all-time highs. Although actual gold, I think, is dummying Bitcoin for the last little while, but that's probably not going to be the case forever. There goes GLD right now. Congratulations. We're lucky enough to be in a little bit lower, but it's an insignificant portion of the portfolio. But there goes gold. What a break there at 320 as well, man. I mean, holy... Straight upside on GLD. Continues to go, man. I know there's a couple of traders that I know that are very, very excited about gold in general. So there it goes, man. And in this world of uncertainty there, we've got to deal with Hamas. We've got all this trouble in paradise there in the United States with the government shutdown and whatnot. So yeah, gold taking out highs. Bitcoin's pretty nice at 124.5. Let's check out this crazy cousin here. Let me see what's going on with silver. Whoa, $43. Okay. Ooh, wow. I was going to say, like, what this thing was in the mid 30s last time. I thought, wow, what a move in gold, guys. In silver. Silver is $36 back a month ago. $43. Wow. There's that break of silver as well. Ooh, man. Nicely done. And then we already know that we looked at COPX last week when we were talking about FCX and that unfortunate mine accident. But, you know, this is what copper has been doing. And it's funny, Obi, because you told me that story of that guy that turned a couple million into...
Sub million. I don't know. It's like a popular post that's like...
Or so it's
like
on
a viral
Reddit.
Post that's going on.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, like...
on Reddit, it's wild.
There's so much money to be made in every... Like, this is
3
just
months,
copper.
dude. Sub 1 million to 20 million in 3 months.
Well, that's when you play options, right?
Yeah.
I just think even
Absolutely.
just buying...
Like, he had so much conviction on the metals trade, like, oh boy.
Just to have been long during the last... Like, I was going to say, there's so many different areas of strength, pockets of strength, right? And even to play the open doors of the world, Obi, and stuff like that. Like, there's been so much movement in many of these names, but
yeah, like these multiple hundreds of percent runners. Like, imagine being leveraged effectively and responsibly.
That's what I'm saying. The way this option
into some of these moves and preceding some of these moves. I mean, that's the thing.
What do you think about the PDT rule going lower?
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, it's great for me. I think it's great. It's going to be great for business.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to create more.
You got to remember, this is a PvP game, and that basically means there are more players coming to the arena. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be true. It does add some more volume for sure.
For sure it does.
Probably, I think the biggest beneficiary of all of this will be like the Reddit gang.
Small to mid caps, probably.
Right, like,
it might change.
Yeah, stuff like this
we'll
TMQ, stuff like SoFi, stuff like that traders can get behind, even stuff like Tesla, you know, that can get sort of that mentality of mob mentality trading type of thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I love that kind of stuff. Palantir, I think, like stocks like that.
Yeah, like stocks that have like a cult following.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
and that's the original Tesla, and I think
Apple.
That's why I said
Apple's a great
Palantir, OpenAI, BBAI,
Nvidia this year,
and AMD, like anything that's really moving in some of these metal stocks, right? But anyways, all right, glad to have Obi back on board here. Great to see Dell there raising that annual.
Party P is like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, I'm not even in the
I'm like
chat
laughing, choking up. He's like, y'all just happy to have more exit liquidity, huh? I'm like, yeah, I guess, I don't know. That's basically the case, right? Yeah. That's a fun way to say it. It gave me a good chuckle.
I just put the request in, so shout out to Go Rats right there. We do have, I'm going to look for this. Whoopsies, I'm going to look for this belly dancing animation.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in the longest time.
Wait a minute, Hamster. He swears the gift gone missing. No. If we could find it, it's not that it's gone missing, it's that we had like a whole revamp of everything. It's on the same vein as... hold on, no, not the cash register. I'll have to find it. The one, I did it yesterday, the flossing. Anyways, here it is, this.
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of thing as that. So we'll have to wait. That's when flossing. Oh, I didn't put on, you can see my face a little shiny there. I didn't put on any makeup. Got the Blue Jays hat on today as they go for the sweep in New York.
So are they're playing games? They got games every day, or how?
Yeah, they take a day off for
schedule?
travel. That's all. Baseball generally is every day.
Okay, yeah.
You know, they don't take too much time off. In a month of 30 days, there'll be 27 games or something. So, all right, let's go back over to the desk. That was a good talk, Obi. We took about 10 minutes there, so nice. I don't know if, hopefully that was okay. Yeah, I got AMD on here. We're looking at SoFi. AMD right now is ripping through its pre-market highs right now. I had 213 written down. I'm actually going to take a spot here. I just tried to punch, and it just ripped up. All right, so if this comes down a couple pennies, I'm sitting there on the bid. We'll get a fill, and we'll see what winds up happening right there. Shout out to my good friend Phil again, who I saw last night. So, you know, that's good. He is not the Rigetti guy, but, what? All right, so I wrote down here, 210 support, break 213 long. All right, well, that was fun. Market. All right, we got to get long on AMD now as there it goes breaking higher, up 5% right now. Congratulations, anybody that's hit this. Yesterday was a great short. We had the short all day. It was printing. We were able to get out of it. You battled a little bit with the long. Yeah. We'll see what winds up happening today with advanced micro devices. Back over to the desk.
Just noticing Lucid moving around here a little bit this morning in the pre-market, 2380. There was delivery numbers. Of course, we had a little bit of a move after the close yesterday, but leaking back to the downside. Right now for LCID, up 46% Q3 deliveries, but still short of estimates if anyone was keeping score as far as Lucid is concerned. If you zoom out a little bit, starting to look like a lower high here for Lucid once again.
Oh boy, yeah, it's been a tough little while for Lucid, Brendo. I mean, they need a cheaper EV. It's just too expensive. The cheapest one, at least on this side of the border anyway, is like 100 and change. So as Brendo mentioned, they did report deliveries, 4,078 vehicles delivered in Q3. That's a company record, right? And it's up about 46, 47% year over year, narrowly missing though the 5,000 expected by Wall Street, despite the record share are down about 1.5%, suggesting really investors are focusing on future demand rather than performance. The $7,500 EV tax credit could be responsible for possibly the record deliveries, but it means that Q4 might come a little light as the demand pull forward comes in, Brenda.
Yeah, we'll see how some of the other EVs react to this morning, but Lucid, guys, one of those stocks that it's had a nice run, but as we were just saying, looking like a little bit of a lower high here.
Yeah, man. So some of these car companies. I mean, we got eyes on. We got Tesla as well today with that reveal. Did you see what the reveal was?
No.
It was. I think that was the reveal. It was like a lighter Model Y.
Oh yeah. They just talked about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So. I think something interesting to watch out for. Lucid, I like the kind of volume this thing does, but Tesla for sure going to be on watch today on that potential news. Is it the sell the news? We saw the grind up, pretty steady grind up all the way into the close yesterday, and we did reclaim that 450 mark, but in the pre-market trading a little bit below. Maybe I think the news came out pretty early, but maybe it's a sell the news event. I have no idea, but the fact remains that we are still in this area from Thursday and Friday where there were aggressive sellers. So the question becomes, relative to this high at 479, do we make a lower high? What do we do with 450? These are all the questions that I'm asking today. What do we do with yesterday's range, right? Yesterday, nice grinding bid. I was just like, oh boy, this thing is not reverting at all. I was watching it and it didn't give me any strong reason to sell pretty much all day, even though it got pretty overextended. So definitely gonna be watching this one. Not number one idea, not top priority, but if it falls into my lap, I'm definitely willing to take it for a drive. So yeah, that's a little bit of Tesla.
Yeah, I took my Tesla for a drive this morning, but the thing is I like the stock. I think it's going to be a little disappointing on that release. If we're just getting a lighter model, a cheaper Model Y, I'm not, like, for me, that doesn't really sort of tickle the fancy there. I'm going to wait to see what winds up happening with Tesla. You know, we've actually gotten great trades in that stock many times over the last little while. I mean, it's one of those big runners. And we talk about being able to hold something for a while. You know, we had Tesla. First of all, I'm in AMD very, very light. I mean, we wanted 213. I was just watching this thing run, and I was like, I need to get something. So we're taking a very, very small position here, 10% of a position. We'll wait to see if it falls back in. I'm still bidding near that 213 and change. We do have Mitch ready to go, so I don't want to take too long. But you see, like, I was actually talking about this at 450, and I was going to put it on the note as a short because we were so disappointed in that release, right? So we'll just we'll see. I mean, like we were just talking about before we went on, went through back to the boys. We're talking about cult followings and whatnot. You know, Tesla can do this. You know, there's no doubt. I mean, it can also do this. You know, this is 2 days ago. This is yesterday. So you got to watch out for the ebbs and flows of this stock. It's very, very difficult to trade in the first 5 minutes, which is where generally I get involved, and sometimes it's not the greatest. Now we're almost 40 cents in the money on that AMD, and I thought I paid too high for it. And then you get this move, and then again, so you just got to wait for Tesla. And today it looks like we are making that move lower. So I think we're going to watch out for like a 450 area for Tesla, possibly as a short, but I haven't really put the work in for that yet. I mean, look at this. You know, here goes AMD right now. Let's just take out, even though we're small, we actually don't have to take anything out, but I'm going to take one piece out here in around 50s. So if we can get that back upside, we'll take a little bit of a bid, take 35 cents to start the day right there, and then we'll try to hold, you know, the rest of what we have. But a small position to begin with as AMD taking it out. And it was the #1 idea on there it goes, we got it out. It was the #1 idea just going early, Obi. But let's not get too much FOMO. There's still 40 minutes until the bell is rung.
Yeah, and,
you know, and we'll figure it out. You are in and out of TMQ there. We've got a nice little winner here on Advanced Micro Devices. Nice. And we do have the big desk right now with our guest of the day.
Money Mitch.
All right, guys, let's bring in Mitch Hoke, of course, from Trade the Pool. There he is. There's Money Mitch. Can't wait to see you next week, brother. Waiting for you and the entire gang to come on over. So, Mitch, look, I was looking through the notes. You want to talk some AMD, and you gave us this name about $100 ago. We got more information today about the deal, more leaking in about the OpenAI deal. Looks like Sam Altman's going to get 40% off some of these GPUs, Mitch, which had me thinking, all right, well, that's going to hurt AMD's margins. But when you look at the scale of this deal, they're just going to be selling so much, it's not really going to be a margin hit. Give us your take.
Yeah, it's just about getting the piece of the pie, right? They didn't want NVIDIA to get all of it, and I think that's what it was more about. And I think that's why you got to pay attention to the small details. When I brought you AMD at 116, it wasn't that this was just the amazing, just technical look. It was that we just had recently had a conference with Sam Altman and Lisa Su. And what did Sam Altman say? He was backing AMD's chip, backing it up. And that told me all I really needed to hear. Right now, Sam Altman is like Elon Musk. If he likes something, you go and you look at that something, right? Because whatever he's touching is turning into gold. And I want to be a part of that and make some money. So that's how AMD really got started here. And then, of course, the backing of the China revenue that we're still watching for, right? If that comes, well, hey, this could really just be getting started even here. I mean, I had a target up here in AMD, and we've passed that target and then some. So I think at this point, you're definitely riding higher. But there was one thing I said clearly, which was that AMD was going to outperform NVIDIA. And I thought that that was the part here that I think that a lot of people were still stuck on NVIDIA. And I think NVIDIA goes higher from here, but it's going to be a stair step higher from here on out. AMD has the gas pedal.
Let's talk about another chip maker, Broadcom, AVGO, Mitch. We know that Sam Altman was in discussion with his company to create custom silicon. He wants his own internally designed GPUs for the next data centers that he's going to build out. But he's also kind of trying to do that with Lisa Su, trying to gain a little bit of influence in how the MI series gets built out. Give us your look on Broadcom, Mitch.
Yeah, I think, you know, he's being smart. He's friends with all of them, right? And instead of making them, you know, fight each other, he's trying to benefit right now. What's short-term, medium-term thinking, long-term thinking? Long-term thinking is this AVGO. And I think that right here, you're getting a great opportunity at a discounted price. You also got what I love, which is this stock gapped up, right? It started to go higher. People were really excited about it. And then boom, it starts to pull back. It had a long pullback, nice flag pattern, and then you undercut that first gap up move. That's a beautiful move because what does it do? It washes any bull that was long after that first gap up spot, right? So that now you've washed them, and I always like to say, you wash them first, and then you send them. So now I'm looking for them to start getting this going. This gives you the classic throwback look, and you don't need to be early. You got some volume starting to uptrend. And what you want to see now is if you're getting in here, I'm looking for a break to 350, and then you'll look for some what? some indicators to show you that you timed it right. Right now, the MACD isn't crossed, but look, if you see that 350 move, watch how quickly that cross happens. That's why I like indicators as more of a confirmation tool. And if you do that, you time it right with a good swing, then you see all the indicators working with you. And 9 EMA holding well right now, short-term moving averages. Let's start looking for some buyers to step in. And this tech run could just be getting started. AMD could have kick-started right back on. And those guys that were worried in CNBC about AI trade dying, where are they now?
Yeah, I was listening to Peter Lynch on the weekend on the compound. He doesn't even know how to pronounce Nvidia, which I found to be interesting. He's obviously very successful, but yeah, he's not really interested in that AI trade. Let's switch gears a little bit, Mitch. Let's talk about Trilogy Metals, yet another Canadian company that the White House wants to take a stake in. We saw with Lithium Americas last week. Now Trilogy Metals. I didn't even know about this company, Mitch, because it's on the Amex exchange.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep finding some winners here. I didn't have TMQ, but of course we had LAC, and we talked about USAR last week, right? And how that could take off. And man, it's been an absolute monster ride. It's been all about metals and minerals here. And this is also to do with inflation and appreciation in these materials overall. And you're seeing it all around. I mean, have you guys seen the run in gold? It's not just one play here. I think that with this TMQ, though, I did find a play under the radar, always looking for one, NAK. NAK has perfect exposure in where? Southwest Alaska. Where is TMQ thing? Perfectly in Alaska. Copper. That's what's going on. And if you actually look at this, this is actually a bigger run. Take a look at SCCO, Southern Copper. And copper is just taking off right now. This is an overall minerals rally, guys. Metals and minerals are just riding up higher. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be looking at these names. I know there's some that are cheaper and you can't get too much exposure too early, but these are names that you can definitely trend trade higher. Been looking at so many of these mineral plays. Vale was one that we talked about last week, just started going over 11. UAMY still looks like it has gas, right? I'm looking for, of course, companies that also sound like US, right? US Corp, USA, whatever. Honestly, anything that says US in it right now can stand out for potential targets. So I think this is what you're seeing, an overall rally in these names, and it could keep going, right? Lithium names also don't look bad. ALB starting to get going. That's another name that I think could be a target by the US. Of course, you're looking for US exposure in lithium, LAC. SLI is another one that just broke $4 that could keep going. SGML swing trade last week absolutely murdered that one, up 20% from last week. So hey, we're going to keep the party going. It's definitely a good party right now where you can keep partying along, guys. Ride the waves for as long as you can. This is exactly when trend trading is at its highest.
Let's go on to the last topic, Mitch. Nuclear. You're liking some of the usual suspects here, NNE, SMR. But I also want to give you a little bit of credit here because we've seen hydrogen plays do awfully well. You brought us Bloom Energy not that long ago. I've been watching Plug Power, a sympathy play breaking out. And it really has to do with the data center trade, Mitch. A lot of this, the hydrogen plays were being spoken about for mobility. Now we're kind of shifting gears. We're trying to use them for data centers. Give us your take on some of these nuclear, and if you want to include hydrogen, throw that in as well.
Yeah, I always like to include the detail that got me on it, right? Because that's how you guys can find it, right? The next time. It was Elon Musk talking all about lithium and battery storage and how that was the first move instead of these small nuclear reactors. When he said that, I immediately was just like, whoa. What stocks can I go looking for here, right? So Bloom Energy was the pure play. But another one, FLNC. Have you seen the liftoff on this thing? It is absolutely taking off. And it's just a monster move. And this is just sympathy playing off of BE. And this was in a nice flag pattern and now has just taken off from 8 to 16. Yes, almost there. We'll see what happens with this name. I was playing this back down at $8, guys. So, hey, this is what it's all about right now. You got to find the wave. And now the wave seems to be switching back to nuclear. NNE had a long time of consolidation, now starting to break up higher. So I always look for leader laggard style trading, right? Something is leading, something is juiced up. and then the lag comes into play. Why? Because the algos go fishing in the industries. So I'll be looking for this to come into play here. SMR, I think it's a pretty good look here for undercuts and rally off of the 41. So looking for quick sweeps down out the gates, sweep out some bulls from yesterday, and then watch them start to come back in. And an important sign is when it clears VWAP, that you don't get this quick move right back to the support. It holds VWAP there and then just starts to trend trade higher. And NE would definitely be more of your gas pedal move right now, but I always like to, maybe if I can't catch the leader, I'm gonna go for the laggard.
All right, let's go on the last one here. You're liking drones. Go ahead.
I do want to mention, of course, guys, we have this crazy competition going on right now with Trade the Pool, the Beat the Ackman, of course, competition. And he's big on Uber, so I might have to short Uber in the next couple of days, but we'll see what happens with that. That's breaking 100.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with those types of moves. But I always like these types of setups because it just shows you that you don't have to shoot for the moon to beat someone like Ackman, right? Maybe he's getting 6% in the week. Well, won't get 6% in a couple hours. Just watch. Pool, baby.
I like Uber, but I don't like that Jason Calacanis always talks about it. So, you know, I might have to short that as well, Mitch. No, I'm kidding.
Here's a hidden one in the nuclear space. I traded this yesterday. Absolutely murdered it. GSRT. It's a de-SPAC. It just de-SPAC'd. It's going to change over the name to, I think, like NKLR or some crazy nuclear type stock. I think this is just starting to get hot, guys. They washed them out. They brought it below the $10 spot because that's when, you know, the floor of the SPAC washes out. And that's usually when they bring them back. What did I say before, right? They wash them and then they send them. So exactly what's going on in this GSRT, and look for it to continue. And especially continue to look for those liquidity sweeps right before the rally. So what does that mean? You need to be patient. And that means sometimes getting cut out of the trade first, then seeing the rally, the liquidity move come in, the volume really with the juice, and that's how you make your money.
Excellent. Mitch Hoke, analyst at Trade the Pool. Can't wait to see you and the gang next week in studio. If you're a fan of Mitch, you got to be joining us next week. He's going to be in-house, and we're going to be doing it live, as we always do. Mitch Hoke, thanks for coming on.
Let's do it. Go Jays. We might have to see a game.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
be nice. We got the Jays hat on. Thanks, Mitch, for coming through one more time. Some good ideas. I got SMR on the watch list today as well. We're going to put the sticky note out in just a couple seconds. And I think that what Mitch talked about there makes a lot of sense, right? Playing names that are hot, playing them in the right sectors, finding them. He dropped some nuclear name there at the end, talking about the metals plays as well that have been, you know, just off the rocker, right? So that should be good. So right now, AMD, we actually averaged back into. I do hear. Oh, you turned off, Brendan. Okay, perfect. There it goes. So we just bought some more right there. AMD at 76. So a nice little move higher right there as we start to average back and forth here on advanced micro devices, still up that 5%. But yeah, thanks. It'll be fun. Mitch coming in next on Monday. So a week yesterday. He'll be here. So four more trading days. Like I was saying, I'm getting a little bit of corrective vision, just updating so I'm getting some surgery there on Thursday. So hopefully, I don't know, they say not to be in front of screens for that long.
Yeah,
I'm
you shouldn't be stressing.
I'm going to figure that out and hopefully be in here for Mitch on Mondays. So that should be fun. But all right, Joe's got upgrades and downgrades, and I'll get that sticky note out for you in just a couple of seconds. So wow, there it goes. We just reloaded this right there at 76. Came into VWAP, right into there. Or that's actually not even VWAP, that's a 21 period moving average. And there it goes right up. We were just watching and try to hold this, and we weren't really breaking too much below this 213.50. So we bought some more there at 76. So that's why my price slightly changing, and just wanted to give that as an update to everybody. And because we just did that, let's see if we can offer some. There we go, we'll offer some out and get filled there at 15. So good little ins and outs so far on, and we doubled our positions. Now we have 20% of a position here on advanced micro devices, Obi. All right, without any further ado,
What's going on with PayPal?
it's time for upgrades and downgrades with Joy Options.
It was a battle this morning, Sharif, as you know, but hey, we get it done. All right, guys, there's a lot to talk about. And at the top of the list, yes, you guessed it, it is going to be AMD getting that upgrade by Jefferies to a whopping price target of $300. I was surprised. I had to double check that one, but there it goes, $300 there on AMD by Jefferies. Next on the list there, we have Netflix by Seaport Global. No specific target on there, but you're getting the upgrade as well, too, guys, going neutral to buy. And then also Gemini here, by Needham, getting that price target raised to $42. And then BlackRock Coffee Bar, no, not the private equity, Raymond James, $26 is that specific price target. And then also by UBS, guys, on the downgrade side, we have DigitalOcean getting it lowered to $40, still slightly positive on the session. Now, CarMax by Stephens getting that price target lowered to $42 there, guys, red on the session. And then ASML, competitor here, Sharif, Vico by Northland Capital getting that downgrade to $30, and then Ascent by JP Morgan getting that target lowered to $65. Now let's take a look at some of the options activity. I was actually messaging Katina Man yesterday, and I was talking to Sharif this morning about it. Let's go to AMD first. I know we have Figma and UiPath on here, but I wanted to talk a little bit about AMD just because I was going through the options chain. You can see from yesterday's price action, there's an increase in volatility. So essentially what the options market is doing is pricing in a wider variance in which the underlying asset can trade in. And the 250 strike price had a lot of open interest and a lot of volume. But what I was really focusing on is I wouldn't be buying those calls. For me personally, I would be writing those calls. So I'm going to be looking to sell those calls on October 17th at that 250 strike price. They're paying $1.15. They might even be paying a little bit more, so not this week, next Friday, I believe, yep, in 10 days is when they're going to expire, and you can collect $1.15, which is really, I think is a pretty good premium that you can collect, so that's what really intrigued me about that AMD call. Now, we had Figma breaking out yesterday as well, too, guys, at that $60 strike price. That's going to be this week's expiration cycle. We had 13,000 contracts traded and closed yesterday, and then open interest, we're only sitting around 1.3 thousand there. And then as for UiPath, again, a lot of volume stepping in at that $15 strike price, open interest around 4,400. But again, what really intrigued me was that AMD, I'm going to be looking to potentially write some of those calls as well too, because again, it's a thesis. Theta is going to be working in our favor, and 250 by the end of next week. I like our chances on that one there, guys, collecting $1.50.
All right, guys, 67.88. That's where we closed out yesterday on the ES December contract. But take a look at that overnight high. Yes, we actually just printed that in high, 68.02. So we're basically at 6,800. We're going to use 6,800 as a resistance until we clear it decisively. So that's our first level. If we keep going, we're looking at 68.25 as that second area. If we sell off for whatever reason, the overnight low is 67.74. So that's what we're using, that 75-point area, Brendo, as support.
The float higher continues here right across the board. Again, 7 in a row for the S&P 500. We'll look to make it 8. Well on its way right now, 8 in a row. If you haven't done so, free watch list. Link is in the description below. All you need is an email address. Comes right to your inbox. Every single day has everything that's moving around on it in the pre-market. Went out to a daily chart here for Tesla just to point out at this level. I mean, we're right here, right now. If this is going to go, is today going to be the catalyst that pushes it over the top? We are set to get what looks like it's going to be a discounted Model Y of some sort. Not much detail on this yet, but to come today.
No, and we don't even know when the event's going to be, Brandon. We're just going to have to sit there and wait, and then when it's out, it's out. So here's what we know so far. Tesla expected to unveil, as Brendo mentioned, a lower cost version of the Model Y SUV. Today is the day. The new model will be built on what reports are saying is the existing production platforms, aka that same chassis where that holds the battery. It's not going to be an all-new $25,000 EV that Musk previously scrapped, according to reports. Tesla teased the reveal in 2 short clips on X over the weekend. While no live event is confirmed for the release, key updates on price range as well as production timeline are going to be really listened to by the market. market. And as we know, Elon previously said the affordable model would cost below $30,000. Tesla's effective price rose sharply, though, after the removal of the $7,500 EV tax credit as a result of the cancellation by the Big Beautiful Bill. With respect to production and timing questions, Brendo, Elon Musk had previously said production would begin in June 2025, and then he said, no, these were just first builds, and they're looking to scale this smaller, cheaper SUV by the end of the year. My spidey sense tells me, though, Brendo, probably not until the second half of next year. We'll see.
That's typically how it goes with these things, but I think there's a lot of question marks around this. Like, let's be honest, this is not. We'll see if it moves the needle or not today. I mean, this was yesterday. If you zoom out, big day to the upside yesterday. We're back down here pre-market so far, guys, for Tesla.
All right. Actually, you go about Tesla, and then I want to get Luca's. I'm going to talk about Tesla as well, but we had Luca with a question there from Fan Funding about App 11. So what are you thinking right now?
Yeah, no, I like it. I like the idea, lighter Model Y, but the question I'm asking is, like, we went over a few questions that I'm asking. The 450, I think, is going to be interesting. Prior day high. 455s. This is the grind up that we had yesterday. If you were watching, it was a pretty steady grind up. No real strong reasons to sell. No real strong sellers even coming in, stepping in. Maybe a little bit of a shake and bake, but a strong close as well with a reference high of in and around 454s. So we're trading below that right now, below 450s, and I pointed this out earlier. We're in this area where sellers kind of stepped in pretty aggressively last Thursday and on Friday. So the end of the week was pretty aggressively sold. I just want to see if we hold prior day's high, this Friday's high prices or Thursday's closing prices, just as a reference, right? So the 2 days that were strong selling, I just want to know open, high, low, close. I find that information can be a little bit indicative with how price can kind of interact with those levels. So that's what I'm watching on Tesla. Nothing too crazy. But the question I am asking is why?
Okay, that's the question. Hopefully I'll have an answer for you in a second. All right, so just here was the question that we had from the chat. So what's the opinion on App 11? Hold the position. So I don't know what your position is right now. I assume maybe short. Hold the position until marked opens or big flush in the first 20 minutes. So, I didn't even see this. Sean, are we staying long? Yes, we are aiming for $10. I think 850 is a good out on Big Bear AI. So you want to watch out for that one. But yeah, 10 is the ultimate top there for me as well. Thank you, Randy. And then UiPath. Okay, we'll get all that, but I want to talk about App 11. So, whenever you get this sort of SEC probe coming, it's not something that is a one-day sort of event. I actually, and again, I don't know exactly if did you buy yesterday's close or maybe you're short. If you're short, I would stay short. I think it's kind of interesting that we bounced basically off of its past sort of breakout areas right there, where we did break out through 500, 510, and then ripped up to 729. The only thing about it is we know there's a lot of love for this name. Its PE is relatively okay. These guys make the advertising and help apps get advertising. And institute that, put them into a monetary position. So they do have, and they did recent induction into the S&P 500. So I do like the catalysts that are behind this, but I would think there's more to go. Like, I'm actually surprised that we're up 2% here today. I would have thought maybe day two you could have got even more of a flush, but I'm not really seeing like any real downgrades coming here. The Money Research and Fuzzy Panda Research and Culpo Research have all issued negative reports on App 11. So there's three negative reports this year alone on App 11, but they sort of, shook that all off. Obviously, in February, you had a move down in April as well on the tariff news, but I think there's more to go to the downside. I mean, I just think when these things happen, it's just more pressure, right? Plus you get those reports in there. So yeah, when we started talking about it, we were, again, 615. Now I think the real move is happening. So I would say you probably flush down a little bit more here today. But I don't know, like yesterday's little hold there, you have to watch out for this 550 area. I think that's probably reasonable, but that would be another 10% from here. It was actually a really nice bounce back. for AppLovin. So I think if you break through this VWAP, which it looks like you're going to do, you have a little bit more pain to go there, Luca. So I would say wait for more flush would be my call on that one. All right, look, I have Tesla written here. It's on my note today, right? And so I have Tesla, and I just have a very, very simple trade. You guys may not like this, but I had this short before at 445. It went down to 417. So this 450 short, I already wrote down, I think it's dangerous, but we're looking at VWAP, which is up here right now at 450, and then the possible disappointment on that release. You know, so we did talk about that. It's all written down right here. We have a couple trades, SMR, SoFi, AMD, and then there's Tesla. Disappointment on product chatter. So I think it's going to be a short today. Down 1.5% already, or 1.25%. You're underneath all these lines. It's very, very easy to get away from it if we do break above like this 452 area. So for me, it's Tesla. It's short at 450, but it's give it a second. Let it breathe a little bit here. The market's pulling back in right now quite nicely, and Tesla's not moving at all. So that's giving me a little bit of a pause for this short. So I would say stay strong and long on and short today on Tesla until it breaks above that 452. So that's kind of my idea. The reason why I just said long there is because we just had AMD dip. So AMD just fell back in. So we have about half of a unit right now and pretty comfortable. You know, we want to wait for this 15 minutes to open up, get this market going. But AMD is the #1 trade idea, and it's on the desk with the guys right now.
All right, let's go on to AMD. I was just noticing once again, we are, back to highs, trying to test pre-market highs here, nowhere near where we were yesterday. But if you missed it, deal with OpenAI. Takes this thing all the way up to 228 yesterday. It was a fade from that point as soon as the market opened. But getting back into, midday levels anyways right now for AMD.
Yeah, this is a fantastic look, Brendo. A lot of analyst comments, obviously. Let's take Danny Ives of Wedbush, calling this a validation moment for AI. He believes this is just the start for AMD's, predicting the company is going to gain meaningful market share in the AI infrastructure spending through 2026. But here's some more details that we didn't quite have yesterday. I kind of prefaced this in the morning. New Street Research analyst Pierre Ferragut, he reported that OpenAI is actually receiving about 40% off AMD's GPU pricing compared to the standard market rate. He says this makes OpenAI's build-out sustainable long-term while still benefiting AMD's margins due to the sheer volume and the infrastructure scale. The initiative, Brendo, this is an eye-watering level here by OpenAI. $1.5 trillion, including AI chips, networking equipment, data centers, power infrastructure, much of which will utilize AMD's hardware. The deal is great. The analysts like it as well.
Yeah, I was just counting out. There's 3 or 4 additional ones for AMD, including price target increases, guys. So we're floating back higher here so far for AMD in the pre-market.
We just went long there at 213, and now it's at 213.50. So, it's going to be my #1 trade idea today. And I was telling Obi, I'm going to try to stay with it a little bit here and see how much it can work. I do have an offer right now at 213.85, and then again above 214 up to 214.50, where we already got some fills. So we're going to wait for those. But the 210 support plus that 213 break long, upgraded day 2 of that OpenAI. Sharif just highlighted all of that. I did want to just go over one more quick thing here. There it goes. Let's go, Obi. Honestly, okay.
Reloads.
We're doing it live here every single day, trading for you. I'm putting these positions on and sticking my neck out there. So I hope you guys appreciate that. Now 30 cents in the money. If you do get that $5, so that watch list is free. You can scan that right there. But for $5 a month, you hit join right here, and then you go to posts, and then right into here every single day, you're going to get Sharif's morning note. So you want to make sure that you get all of that. It has many more details on it than what we're doing right here. So make sure you do grab this. It's your morning note. You get that from the post. So get the join, get the post, and you can get Sharif's morning notes. I just wanted to highlight that for everybody one more time. $5 a month. Pretty cheap. Come on, AMD, let's go. So I love the stock. There it is. I don't know if it's going to be tilapia or whatever.
Nice, dude.
But there it goes. So that's just another reload there. Obi, I hope
chopping it up in the pre-market.
I hope we're proving the worth again here. Yes. Every day I'm trying to do this, trying to stay humble for everybody. But when we have put these winners on, and you talked about PvP, when you snipe somebody in a video game, you're pretty happy. You
I
know,
mean,
you're accomplishing your goals.
A little bit of
and we're accomplishing our goals.
I'm just like, where's the next guy?
Yeah, where's the next guy? Exactly, that's what I'm thinking too, right? But okay, so right into here, look, I already wrote this down. So 213 break, we really like that. The reason why I like that trade is just because it's right here. I'm just have to drink this coffee too. There's 213. First real coffee of the day. I filled up my Yeti, but not really. Is that coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Attaboy.
Yes.
Okay, so there's 213 right there. So we like that as a level. We bounced off of it yesterday, boom. We bounced off of it yesterday that way, right? So AMD, we actually had this short yesterday as well at 220 break. So that was a good trade. And let's just see, man, there's a 200 period. This is what I'm talking about at 210. So if 210 holds, that's the spot. So that's where I want to really start to think about, okay, we're in trouble if we break that and we get a little lower. So that's where I think we hang up the cleats today for AMD. But I mean, for right now, we're still gonna hold this long. We're gonna see what happens off the open. We never know what these imbalances coming through. But at 925, we'll get another look at the Nasdaq imbalances, and we'll see. I would say it's probably going to be a buy, but it wouldn't surprise me if AMD goes down. Yesterday we had that huge story, and we had a $14 winner on the short. So you know, you never know which day it's going to create which opportunities, but I do know that the casino door is now open, and we are putting some chips in as we speak with AMD. Anything you like on this trade?
I mean, I like it. It's one of my top names for sure, but I'm going to be a little bit patient. We defined some levels on this yesterday, and I defined some more today. So we have the levels, if you guys were watching, from yesterday here, and then I defined one more level, the midday, middle of the day consolidation high, where we did make a bit of a failure to follow through past that anchored VWAP and then sold off into the close. So we're kind of chopping around that area. So this was where sellers, so this is how I see this price action, right? I'm like, sellers came in off of the open pretty aggressively, and then buyers kind of picked it up all the way back to VWAP. That was a beautiful reversion back into the anchored VWAP or the intraday VWAP as well. But that's where sellers stepped back in for an aggressive kind of a selling continuation through low of day into the close, and then we had a little bit of an imbalance as well and a nice little puke in the last 15 minutes all the way down to 203. So in the pre-market session, we're consolidating, we're kind of holding in and around this 213.5 level. So that's what I'm going to be watching. If we can reclaim this and hold it sustainably, that's what I like. These are the anchors from yesterday as well. So we consolidated underneath these anchors, breaking out in the pre-market a little bit past some of these pre-market highs and now consolidating a little bit higher. So the question becomes, are we going to revert yesterday's move? We were up 35%, right? And last night as well, there was some crazy things going on in Blue Ocean. I was talking to Joe about it as well, and we were kind of trading AMD in the 7 Seas last night, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty good, but interesting stuff was happening. A lot of participants, maybe some strong buyers as well. But we're trading much higher than some of those relative prices as of right now. So the question becomes, did we do all the selling that we had to yesterday? It was up 35%. Profit taking definitely happened across the day yesterday. Are we done? Are the sellers done? Are we going to consolidate a little sideways? You guys don't know what I like. I like the leg consolidation leg. So I'm going to be watching this high of consolidation in and around that 213s. If we reclaim this and hold with any sort of distinction, I like it for maybe a little bit of a potential test towards that 220. That's what I like on AMD.
I was actually just trying to look it up because look what's happening right here.
What's happening?
Oscar Health. This is a name that we're long $13, man.
Nice,
we had just bought this name on its last earnings call when it came back in again. Obi, right into support and resistance, man. Someone said that I would be a camper in Call of Duty. I believe that's true. And because every time I play with my kid, I just kind of wait around for people and try to snipe them. But I wind up getting sniped because I have no idea what I'm doing. But right into here, 13 and change. There goes Oscar on some reports last night that Trump had talked sort of more about the industry. So Oscar to the upside. We're going to do some more research on that. I saw the note come through on my phone there last night, but OSCR, a couple great days back there to the upside. We bought this name, again, a new name in the right space. I like Oscar going higher. Maybe average up into this one. It's breaking out OSCR. But, okay, TMQ, man, you're already trading this one. Let's go find the story.
Real quick for Day Trader, did you guys touch on Dell earlier this morning? We did. They raised their full year guidance. That was the main part of the story anyways for Dell this morning. Let's go on real quick to TMQ, the next contestant in the White House roulette game for what they're going to take a stake in. After the close yesterday, we get the announcement. They now hold 5 in total. Among those, obviously, Intel, MP, LAC, and now TMQ, up monstrous here.
Very interesting move by the administration. So here's the deal. Well, here are the details of the deal, Brendo. The deal includes a 10% stake, as you mentioned. It's also about a $35.6 million U.S. government investment aimed at developing specifically here the Ambler Mining District in Alaska. More on that in a second. This obviously is a move, part of the administration's move here to secure domestic critical mineral chains. But let's talk more about this Ambler Road project. It's a proposed 211-mile industrial route through Alaska's wilderness. It was recently approved by the Trump administration after previously being blocked by the prior administration. Reason is it's in basically the wilderness. So they were trying to protect it environmentally. It has high-grade copper, cobalt, zinc, and lead, all essential, obviously, to the energy grid, defense technologies, and manufacturing, Brendo.
Real quick, Bitcoin as well, all-time highs yesterday. We're pulling back a little bit this morning, but look at this daily candle already starting to go green once again here for BTC.
Record inflows into these ETFs last week, Brendo, $5.95 billion, a record for these ETFs.
TMQ or BTC or both, guys? Take your pick.
AMD just had a sell side imbalance. So AMD was just at 214 right there and just cracked lower. So just giving everybody an idea right there of why that's happening. There's some sell side action, buy side action on Nvidia right there, BBAI buy side action, Amazon buy side, but AMD getting down right now. So I don't know, it's not even that big of a sell candle, almost as if this is like a huge discount happening right now for advanced micro devices. So I'm going to take a little bit here, punch some in there at 45 just to see where we go from here. But yeah, crypto, yeah, it is exploding, man. I mean, we've seen a nice move upside in crypto. I think you could also look at Coinbase, Obi. We just bought some more AMD right there at 212.46 as you saw me punch in. I like Coinbase. I think that was going to be close to a breaking spot right there. We did break above that 340 yesterday. So if you do pull back at all for BTC or Ethereum, we only have 4 minutes left, so I gotta get on this trade. But right into there, I kind of like this trade, 350-ish, if we can get it. I'm not sure about the high side today. It is falling down a little bit. You can watch out for 125. I mean, no more of a psychological level, right? 125. Therefore, I got to clear this candle up anyways. All right, so, you know, we do like crypto, but any thoughts that you have on either crypto or TMQ or anything like that?
So in terms of okay, so we can start with TMQ real quick. Yeah, TMQ, I like it. I think the bid is very strong. I think the story is pretty solid as well. We know this sector has been kind of moving around. So it has that participation. It has those eyes on as well. So a nice, beautiful trend to the upside. I did take a little bit of a dabble here, looking at it at a shorter frame. I liked this initial $7 breakout. I kind of missed that one, so I did kind of dabble again on this step up higher, but that didn't really follow through. I was holding for that 59 there, but sellers stepped right back in, and I think I got out just as those sellers stepped back in. I'm like, all right, this is probably not going to go right now. The beautiful reason to sell though, it comes all the way back down into VWAP, all the way down to 6.8, but now we've reclaimed $7. So I'm going to continue watching this one. Structure, just looking for these structures to hold and see if we get that continuation. And if they break down, it's perfectly well as well. I'm willing to go both ways on this one. In terms of crypto, I think crypto, I like this. I like Circle here a little bit because of this range that it made. Sellers kind of aggressive here, and then yesterday as well, sellers aggressive in the same range, and we're opening up here as well in and around this area. What's going on?
That is
boom.
Bang right there. Who's doing it live? Like, let's go. This is what we're talking about. You guys want to talk about trading live? This is what, look what just happened to AMD right now as we get ready to open it up. I just punched long. Everybody saw that punch long there at 212.50. Like, we took out the offer there, and there it goes, man. Boom, boom, pow.
Boom.
App loving anything on that one over there?
Downside, once again, right now, we had a huge move to the downside late in the day yesterday. SEC investigation announced for App 11. But a minute to go here for
data collection, Brendo, and ad targeting practices. Short sellers talking about this. Whistleblowers are coming out and saying they're targeting advertising and taking user data without their consent. Let's see how this all pans out.
I mean, 700-ish yesterday. We're back to 600 here, guys. Thinly traded as well. What do we do here with App?
Any opinions on App 11? I think it continues to go a little lower there, App 11. So.
I think it's reverted pretty decently. I think we'll go to App right here. So yeah, nice little reversion of that flush. I think we almost got to 50%. Sellers stepping back in because seeing that, I'm just like, all right, well, if we're still holding below some of these reference prices where that news came out, do we see sellers step back in? That's the question I'm asking. I'm going to be watching the $600 level. So yeah, let's see if we can build any sort of structure. Pre-market is already fading off a little bit. So let's see. Coming into the open, not that long left. We got about 20 seconds left until the open. So good luck to everyone. There's a lot of things I'm watching, but nothing I'm really too convicted on just yet. So I think I'm going to be a little patient, sit on my hands a little bit, and then wait for things to pretty much to fall into my lap. Here, 3, 2, and 1. Don't forget the bell, brought to you by Origenics. That's OGEN on the NYSE. Okay, so a little bit of a
We're now
push
$3
here.
in the money.
216s, boom, 217.
2.7.
Oh,
I'm done.
boy.
Cut the program. That's it. It's done.
TMQ blasting. Oh my God. Here we go. Here's the bid coming into the rest of the market. $8 almost on TMQ.
3 times
good
gold.
Lord. Oh my God.
Let's see how far it goes, though. I mean, we're starting to tap out a little bit right here on AMD, but wow, there it goes, man. 218, 219, and like. We were actually talking about this all morning long. We were getting long 213 in the pre-market. We were getting long 213 in the pre-market. We were getting long 212.50 in the pre-market. The damn stock is at 218.50 right now. This is $6 right now in the money. Oh, but you know what? Maybe it was just a fluke, right? So then what's up with SoFi then? Why do we have 50 cents in the money right now on SoFi? I mean, this is again right here on this sticky note. I don't know. I mean, you know. 27 long, I don't know. There it goes right now, SoFi. So whatever. I mean, I don't want to get this excitement and all that confused for anything other than just really happy that this is what's been happening. And we all do this for different reasons. You know, I do it for myself, for trading, for the show, for the family, and just to try to show that this is what can happen. You know, if you get stocks right, and sometimes you screw up and you take the wrong side. I mean, you sat with me the other day, and you know we didn't have the greatest run there. I think it was last Tuesday or whatever. But then we just came back and punch this market in the mouth, and so that's what we're doing right now, right here. So, but it's pulling back a little bit, right? Yeah. So
I caught that like good stall. It was a bit of a stall. Yep. Like 218s. I tried to punch through 218s.
Get ready, because here comes right back up.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. So that strength is definitely there, man.
I don't want to cheer too much against your position.
No, it's okay, dude. I'm taking scalps, but the long is definitely the right trade to be in, because you saw the bid come in through the pre-market open. And we talked about this just in the pre-market. Like if you're in the right direction, you just got to stick with it and get even more aggressive.
I mean, we opened the show up and I said, like, this is a name that I believe in. And then I actually mentioned it to you when we were not even on the air. I was like, I want to be able to take this AMD trade and make something of it, right? And I mean, we were lucky. Look, let's just call it like it is. All right. Oh, you're out of the short already, but
well, it came back up, stopped me out.
Okay, yeah, that's why.
Willing to give
it. Yeah, you take multiple shots. We actually we had this talk yesterday.
Yeah.
So there you go. So stick with the guns, right? That's all that you can do, really. I don't look. Part of it is luck for sure, because why that went down into that area on such a small imbalance, like I think that's experience as well, right? Like I've seen these imbalances, and that's why I wanted to highlight that. So we actually doubled our position on that, because we were already, like I'm bidding 218. I'm bidding 211.80. You know, trying to watch out for that 210 marker. Okay, Obi. Yeah. Now we're making it. Now it's special,
absorb, dude.
Now this is a special trade.
This is what we talk about, like the trade. That's
but we also
working,
have SoFi.
Right? Yeah, like this is like, what's the likelihood of this pushing into 220s right now? It's trying
extremely
so hard
likely
to push to 218s has reserve. That's what I'm saying. I saw Buddy there initially. That's what pushed me short on the back through 17s, and we're coming right back up, and he's still holding the offer on 218s on a reserve. So I guess we're coming back in a little bit stronger than before. So let's see if it actually cracks this time. I think the probability is high because when we dipped down below 16s, there was some absorption. But now I'm just watching. There you go. There's a 218. Probabilities in the favor. Okay, so he doesn't step back in.
Oh,
blasting a whole dollar, dude,
oh boy,
off of
dude.
that 218 reserve break. So there it is, man. Oh boy. So
oh boy is right.
Crazy. Great trading, man. Great hold.
Yeah, and then the SoFi, again, off the note as well. We wrote down, I'm almost out of all of SoFi. That was too good of a move to ignore. We got a lot out at 50 there, and then we just got a 70 top tick right there, because I am still trying to focus a little bit here on advanced micro device. It's falling in a little bit. You might have called that great there, Obi, at 2.8. Oh, there we go. We get some more out there, 217.50s. But you might have called that great move short. I mean, maybe we don't get to 220s. But I have a couple outs here, 218.50. More outs here at 218 as it looks like we're struggling. I'm going to put one more offer right there at 25s. Maybe we get it. Maybe we don't. Did I get it, actually? Yes, we did. Okay, so much volume going through there. We did get it. You could see. So if you are following us for the first time, hit the like, please, and the subscribe. I mean, I think these were just two really great trades that I had put on. Obi's here as well. The reason why I really appreciate in trading with Obi is because ego is not a factor. You know, like Obi turns over to me, props it up on the good win, talking about Obi's trades all the time as well. So, you know, we're really flying together here, and I really appreciate that. And it's the vibes that we get from the audience. It's the vibes that we get from you guys as well. So I really appreciate that, Obi.
I appreciate you, Sean. I mean,
like
I'm learning so much. Like, just take a look at the like the AMD chart. Like, you're buying every time those buyers come in. Like, you're participating. You might even be making some of those bottoms, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people are. I don't know that much
218s. You know what I mean? That's absolutely wild. So great trading there, man. I got to, you know, you got to. There's nothing wrong to talk about. You got to acknowledge that is a banger trade. Like, you.
Well, I'm glad that you're acknowledging it. Most of the time, I'm just pumping my own tires, and it seems like you know, I'm like a snake oil salesman.
I just call it like I see it. Look, the chart. Here's the thing, Sean. The chart will speak for itself.
Yeah, and I hope the trade does too. I mean, I just want to show people, like, this is the work, right? Like, it's not like I'm burning the midnight oil, man. Like, I was at hockey yesterday till 9 o'clock with my daughter. We get home, put them to bed. I spend some time with the wife. I wake up, come into the market here, read Sharif's note, read our sticky note, get the ideas, look at a couple charts, talk with my guy over here, and then we bang it out. I mean, that's all that we do. Then we go swimming during lunchtime. Anyways, let's keep on going, man. We have lots to talk about here today. All right, so I'm still in SoFi and AMD. I want to try to hold AMD. I know I haven't been doing a fantastic job of holding it, but right now I have about 20% left on this trade, maybe a little bit less. Let's call it 15% left, and we're going to wait now. So I do have a 219 offer, so hopefully that will come through, and we'll be able to grab that fill there at 219. So show my trades. Yo, Spy Warrior, I don't know if you're listening to this audio or not, but these are longs right there, and these are outs. So shout out to Spy Warrior right there, and that's what we're doing right now. So it's going to be a big day, hopefully, for all of us today. And if it's not, you know, we can all learn something. And you know, as AMD falls back off that 218, 219, we should decide to maybe. Oh, see, now I'm going against what I was going to say. Let me get out some more at 217. I was like, I want to hold this. But then I start to see it flush down a little bit here, Obi, and I know you got that short. Great little call on that one.
I saw that those sellers coming in.
Losing a little bit of power here.
They absorbed this area.
I'm going to take some out on that bump up right there. Okay, there it is. We just got some out there at 50s again. I'll cancel my 17. Oh, I just tried to cancel my 17 evens, but we got filled there anyways. So, all right, now we have about 15 or so % left. Okay, so now I can do the math. It's much easier. Let's go over to the desk.
Yeah, that's part of the, sorry, not a sponsorship. This is Nano Nuclear. NNE, keep an eye on this one. The company is set to open a new manufacturing and research facility in Illinois, backed by a state incentive valued at $6.8 million. As you can see, a little bit of chop here on the open for Nano Nuclear. Now, we don't have any economic data par for the course as of late, but at 10 a.m., we'll get Fed's Bostic, followed immediately by Fed's Bowman at 10:05, and then at 10:30, we get Fed's Myron. So 3 Fed speakers in just a 30-minute period. I'll be covering all of that for you. Back to you.
Thank you, Adira.
Thank you very much.
All right, so what are we talking about here for targets here on AMD? Because you're one way, I'm the other. Like I'm thinking about cracking a little bit out on VWAP if we get down
exactly.
there.
I think we're both kind of agreeing there. But here's the thing: I'm not giving it too much room here. I'm looking for that VWAP, but like I said before, down here below these 217s, the last time we pulled in pretty aggressively, it got absorbed. It got absorbed pretty nicely. At least that's what I saw there. You can see the market as well. I got to remember to keep a close eye on this one. The market kind of bidding back up on this 15-minute candle as of right now. So we were a little bit red. We went a little bit red to green here. And yeah, AMD's kind of holding this 216 area. So remember we talked about that 213 hold from prior day. We defined some levels. So take a look at this. We got a strong bid up into that 218. 218 was that next place, and we're catching a little bit of turbulence in and around that 218. We even saw a reserve offer that did get taken out, but we're stepping back. Like we're kind of consolidating in and around this area. So stuff is definitely happening here. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm just kind of waiting and watching to see if that's potentially coming in. What do you?
Yeah, so now we're 60 cents in the money on this short. I don't like. So we wrote down Tesla short 450. So it went to 450.50 and I shorted it. So there it is now. So now we have SoFi in the money, 50 cents. Tesla in the money, $1 right there. But it's still, let's see if it gets a little bit lower. We just got a fill right there for $1. We actually got a 449.53 fill right there on Tesla. This is not a very heavy trade for me yet. I did say that the breaker spot would be 450, not 452. So I'm going to wait for 451 before we get a little bit more shares. That is your 50-period moving average. But we'll take that dollar quickly, and now we'll see. See, it's very, very strong today. Nice move higher there. That's the 50-period. So we're going to take a little bit out down there. We're not going to reload it at this level where we're short. We are waiting for a little bit more at 451. And then look, just so everyone sees, 452. Let's go 452.21s or so. That'll be 100% of a stop out on that one. So we're going to see if we can make about $1 on it if it does get into this area. And then we'll just calm down and see what winds up happening with Tesla. It's actually not really reacting the way I thought it would act today. I thought it was going to be downside and that there would be some disappointment there about the most recent release, but that does not look like that's what's happening right now. So Tesla, nice move upside. It was down about 1.5% right there. It did flush off the open. Let me see what AppLovin did off the open. I was saying that, oh, there it is. So there goes AppLovin popping. So I thought we could have a down move there off the open. Does not look like it right now. 625 right now. Okay, AMD is still doing its own thing here, obviously, as I know you've been watching this as well. Tesla just doing its own thing. We're not doing much on that, but it is SoFi's world right now. We are long on SoFi, and there it goes, man, back into the 70s. Let's offer, there we go. We just got some out there at 75, so now we're gonna wait to see, but it's a good trade there for SoFi, obviously buying that 27. Let's see if Tesla wants to work out now. Short at 451. AMD continues to cruise here. Maybe an out, but we're waiting for 219s. I think let's get a piece out right now, as it's just dancing around a little bit here. For 217, that seems to be a pretty key level. We'll put that offer back at 219. See if we can get something 217.30s. There we go. We're out on that one. Let's see if it goes higher. But back over to Obi or back to Adira. I don't know if. Obi, okay.
Yeah, I think we're good. But yeah, no. So we just buyers kind of pretty persistent on top of this 217 and 216 area. So I'm watching this, probably going to get stopped out. There is the stop out right there on the back through to 218s, and oh boy, wow, we flush right back in. So yeah, a little bit of maybe some predatory action. I don't know.
There goes Tesla.
We pushed up all the way to 218s, and then pushed right back in pretty aggressively. So didn't get back in on that one, but
$3 in the money.
Stepping in a little bit right there.
Right now, before we go over to Adara, right now the bears are coming for Tesla. There it is, man. 448.80 right there. 250 in the money on Tesla. $4 in the money on AMD. $1 in the money on SoFi. We're trays right now, 3 for 3, and yeah, you know, this is what trading's all about. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. What up, eh?
I just want to let you guys know here about DELL, Dell. We did discuss this one this morning. They came out with some guidance. They're expecting revenue growth stronger than expected, but also at 9:30 a.m. they started their securities analyst meeting. Now it seems like the stock did drop a little bit off the open on that meeting. Apparently they said in that meeting that AI is now driving 45% of the US GDP growth. And so that's going to be fueling massive infrastructure demand for the company. And they also said that current AI models just in general are the worst they're going to be, quote unquote, which just underscores ongoing innovation. Either way, it doesn't sound like they talked a lot about the company itself during the securities analyst meeting, but more the actual context of AI as a whole. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Adara. Yeah, I mean, lots of news. This is Galactico right there, GLTO also. By the way, I don't know. I just told Obi, like, Tesla could crack. But it's just bouncing right now, so we're taking more outs there at 448. So we got a 448 80s and a 448 50s right now. So, you know, our stop is $1, right? Or our stop is somebody put it in, 452. So taking a little bit on that one. And then that's it. Oh yeah, and by the way, this dollar club right here on SoFi, we just took it. We took some more out there at 28, only 10% left of SoFi, about 12 to 15% left of AMD, and actually about 40% right now of Tesla, because I do think this goes lower. I'm bidding 447 right now on TSLA. All right, let's check out what's going on with the swing account here. And Oscar up 5%. We really like that trade as well. Nice movement, but not much going on here today. I was talking about GLTO. So there we go, Galactico right now halted. Looks like it's going to tap around $30. Ford is now down 5% right now. There's a fire at some sort of a plant right now. So there goes Ford. A fire at, did Dara talk about this? No, I don't think. Okay, so business disruption right here, not good. So Ford down 5%. A fire at one of their plants right now. Apparently it's hitting all of their aluminum stockpiles right there. So it's a supplier, maybe Ford supplier for aluminum. So we'll get that over to Dara when she gets that story. Okay, let's go to her then.
This was actually on the watch list this morning, guys, I believe. So Ford to the downside. Wall Street Journal reports that this fire that happened at one of Ford's aluminum suppliers' plants in New York, this fire happened on September 16th. But they're basically saying that apparently this fire, because this company is a massive Ford supplier, it's really going to impact Ford going forward with regards to their aluminum. So apparently Wall Street Journal also saying that Ford is going to be announcing this as impacting their guidance at their next earnings report. So long story short, this aluminum plant fire from about half a month ago, could be impacting Ford, and they are likely to mention it during their next earnings report. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, no, I think Ford has been on watch for the past couple of days there, as they've been moving around after last week's it was a government deal. As well. So it's 216s coming back in here. So we're getting into VWAP. That was a pretty nasty little wick. Again, my fault for not giving it appropriate risk. Let's be real. Like if I'm just risking back into 18s when the highs are like 1870s, 1890s. So I was like, okay, well I might being a little cheaper. I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna give it 90 pennies less than it actually truly deserves. But we're pulling back in. I did well to get back in, but gonna be a little bit more patient here. Let's see if that VWAP holds. I have VWAP down at 215.30. And then anchored VWAPs from prior day as well. Let's take a quick look at some of those, right? Anchored VWAPs down here at 213s and 212. So yeah, the buyer's definitely pretty aggressive off open, and then we got that bid coming in off of those anchored VWAPs. And guess what? Yesterday, off of the open, we got that strong bid off of anchored VWAP as well. So let's see how well we can kind of interact with some of those areas. It's already shown us on the day today that it can come down into those anchored prices and catch a strong bid. That's where the buyers were in the pre-market session and as well off of the open. Let's see if those buyers step back in, or let's see if those buyers are stepping up now to intraday VWAP right here, right now at that 215 area. So we just got back down to VWAP here. So this is what we were looking for. Let's see if buyers can sustain the pressure. But the thing is, anchored VWAP might be a little bit more important than intraday VWAP on the day today, and that's sitting just a couple dollars lower at 213.40. So that's what I'm watching for here on AMD. In terms of other stocks that I had on watch this morning, let's take a quick look at how some of those are doing. I had AEHR. That one had earnings. And oh boy, this was another play that I pretty much missed there, gapping down off of earnings and then another leg down. So a continuation off of the open on AEHR as well. And I also had the TMQ. I know we were participating in this a little bit in the pre-market, and we did get some aggressive selling coming in off of the open. Couldn't really get past that $7.98. So the breakout, if you were looking for the push, that came in nice. But yeah, strong profit taking maybe coming in off of the open, but still within range of this uptrend, man. If you take a look at this, just draw like a bit of a trend line here with these distinct bottoms, you can see that we're just coming down into some of these levels. So TMQ is something to watch out for.
I was going to say right here, we'll do this first. Beta Pro, and for now, some exciting news out of Canada for our sophisticated traders on the stream. Beta Pro by Global X Canada is Canada's largest provider of leveraged, inverse, and inverse leveraged ETFs. This has just launched 6 new triple levered ETFs offering 3 times bull, 3 times bear exposure to the S&P TSX 60, of course, to semiconductors and U.S. Treasuries. Even better, they're offering a special fee rebate, dropping management fees to just 65 basis points until the 31st of December. Plus, the U.S. has focused strategies using currency hedging, offering the potential for pure performance and exposure. If you're a tactical, sophisticated trader looking to amplify your performance, check out betapro.ca/3x daily to learn more. Thank you, Beta Pro, for sponsoring this segment once again. But oh boy, Obi, we are doing something now, man. We just shorted, so we just got out of half of what we have left, which is almost nothing of AMD. We talked about having about 12% left. We just got another out right there in the last 5 minutes at 216.50. So we have about 10% left, got out of half. We have 5% left of this one. But now we have another banger, because look at that 452 area. We just got short at 451.75 again to average into our Tesla. So now we'll see, right? Let's see what winds up happening here. It just had a nice run right into the level that we had thought about. So then as it fell back in, obviously we had double the shares, so we just cashed them all out, and we're bouncing again off of 450. So be careful with this kind of a trade right now, right? Beautiful trade there for Obi, averaging in, getting into that AMD trade. So once again, Obi, you and I go the opposite way. Yesterday I was short, and we had that win, and you went long off of about this time, I feel like. And there we go again. So great trading over there. It's always great to have Obi here putting out these trades, and it's just a great time. And I appreciate all the positive feedback from Obi, and I appreciate everybody sitting here with us today. Let's just check out, we do have a big trade obviously on SoFi. Let me check out what's going on with Robinhood right now. Robinhood looks like it's falling pretty dramatically right here. 147 down to 142, a nice little downswing here for Hood. So we'll have to wait. I mean, I just think that this is another name that's just been getting hit a little bit, and just some euphoria coming out of it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with Robinhood. I don't think that that's rocket science to say that. It's just a big move for Robinhood on the S&P inclusion, and now just pulling back just a little bit. I'm going to throw it over to Obi, but before I do that, I want to make sure that I reload this thing. So right into here, man, get part of our group right now. Get into the chat. Just hit the subscribe button. It's completely for free. And get some fun. You type in here whatever you want. Sean, Microsoft? Yeah, okay, I'll look at that. Cornhole. What? The guy's name's SMR 44. I did like SMR at $44, so I got to look at that. That's on the thing as well. What's up, Mike Peter Ryder? He's in here as well. So you vote for it, you get in here, and then we get this all figured out. SMCI $57. That's a nice move. Wow, there's SoFi. That is a dollar club off the sticky note. We have that. So we're in SoFi right now. $1 in the money on a $27 name. There's USAR $30. Wow, what a name on that one. Money Mitch probably called that long at about $1 or $2. So that's a nice move there as well. So Microsoft 525, Nvidia up to 188. PayPal, you know your boy was on PayPal breaking 70. So that's another one right there on that one. Don't know, Kathy. Not now, man. We're too busy. But thank you for all the love and the support here. I'm part of this chat, and we're having a lot of fun every single day, man. So get your names in there, and we'll start to talk a little bit more about them. That PayPal move, man, I like it. I like it a lot. We're PayPal shareholders.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, okay, well, that 214 reserve was actually really nice. Oh my God, of course they're gonna fill 70s afterwards. So I was posting 213 70s. We talked about anchored VWAP being 213 44s. So I'm like, all right, I don't know if it's gonna get all the way down there. We saw aggressive buying coming in off of that area. So I want to start kind of posting in and around there. So I posted 213.75s, I think. It did come in after I canceled the order and just punched out of it because I was like 214 reserve, 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 reserve. We did have a pretty aggressive pullback. I did have much more size at the 218s, but guess what? Got stopped out. It is what it is, man. I was just like, well, damn, that didn't work. But guess what? It is still working. It didn't work because I didn't give it the appropriate risk. And oh boy, TMQ short, this is just grinding to the downside, man. Seller, like there's stacks of bids, but those buyers keep getting knocked out, keep getting knocked out. This is, Sean, this is all the way from $8. So we went $7.98. We're trading at $6, man. $6, wow. A $2 flush on a sub $10 stock. Absolutely wild, man. I love this market. I'm so I'm so grateful that I get to participate in this kind of market. I love these moves, and even though I'm not participating in the specific stock, maybe, and I can't be Ash Ketchum and catch them all, but at the same time, it's such great learning value, and it's just like, okay, these are things that I can go back home and study and be like, okay, well, there was a reason why this was up. Why did it do this? And then we kind of failed to follow through on the push through pre-market highs. We broke below that 6.8 VWAP hold that we did flush into in the pre-market. So maybe the entry is not even messing around in the 750s on the pre-market high back through, maybe not even messing around on the back through open, maybe not even messing around in and around VWAP, but taking this breakdown, which really doesn't look back in and around that 680. So again, stuff like that, that's what I'm watching. And oh boy, while I was rambling on, the bid did step back in here on AMD, ripping all the way back up into VWAP. So nice little reversion to VWAP on that stall 214 reserve. Man, the tape can be very, very telling, and the chart definitely does speak in volumes, man. So great scalps there on that one, or great opportunities on that one. And it was very clear. The tape is very, very clear on AMD. And I was telling Joe this as well last night when we were swimming in the blue ocean. I was like, the tape is so clear, dude. You could see them coming. I was like, yo, this is gonna
Were
happen.
you guys positive on blue ocean, or?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I only asking because I don't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
All right, good. Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
But on the initial trade, I got blasted though. I'll tell you that. I lost as well on the initial. I guess I can.
I've never traded blue ocean.
So the thing is, it's somewhat illiquid, right? It's somewhat illiquid. So if someone shows up on the book, or if there's no liquidity, like it will vacuum. It will vacuum. We've spoken on this before.
So I think you want to be careful on how much size you're putting up, right?
Or I want to be the guy that's breaking the levels and causing the vacuum to happen. You know what I mean? Like one or the other. But it was absolutely beautiful, man. The issue though is in the moment I'm like it broke the high, and the high was at like 77 pennies or something, right? 77 pennies. I forget the dollar number, but 77 pennies. It starts to break, and we're kind of holding. It pushes up into 80s, it pushes up into 90s, and then in what I think, I'm short, right? And then it blasts. Oh, it was 208, I think. So it blasts through 208, and I'm punching out. So I hit the offer on 0850s. And I get filled 37s, but I should have been out 77s below the dollar. But here's the thing. I thought I only hesitated for 5 seconds. I went back and checked how long I actually kind of waited around to be like, oh, wait, okay, now this is it. 30 seconds. That's such a long time. I was like, yeah, I lost 50 pennies more than I really should have. But here's the thing. When it came back down, oh boy, I did have the short all the way back down as well. So I was like, all right, you know what, not without me. Sticking with it. That's what it is. But it was great, man. It was great.
We were unable to stick with, look, Tesla's still positive stock, but we'll, it just broke 452. And in the vein of what Obi's saying as well, that's my rule. You guys saw me I put my stop order in there. We saw it ramping up. We were able to get a 451 as well on the way out of that. And then we held about 30% or so of our position. Still green on the stock, obviously. You turn red when you get stopped out, when you have these outs. Not great management, but still green there on Tesla. But yeah, it's a stop out right there. I'm thinking SoFi might have just topped out right there. This is $1.50 in the money now off that 27 bid. And we just tweeted that. We tweeted it out before we took it, right? It's a sticky note trade. But I'm just looking at this right now. I was watching the 21 period moving average, and I think that was something that I wanted to focus on, right? And so if we break 28 right there, I'm going to put it in at 28.09. My initial SoFi stop, I didn't even really have one because we didn't really it didn't go against me. So I was in the middle of trading AMD and Tesla. So when SoFi came in, let's go 2809, and we'll stop out of it all because we only have about 20 or so % left. Each one of these trades out about 15 or so percentages out. So we'll try to hold on to that just a little bit. Put that 2810 in there and now set it and forget it. All right, so that could be a trade there. Let's have a quick look. I did want to look at Webull. Webull's a really popular name as well. What the hell? What? Okay, so Webull down to 1350 is not good. That's had a nice ride down into the downside right there. We did not get anything out of our longs most recently, so that's not great. We do have an out at 18 on Webull, but that was all the way back here, I believe, in July or August when we made that move higher. Nothing on that last little bump there for Webull, but I'm still buying down here. I think I'm long like 1150 or so. I can double check that, but I took that trade live as well. I mean, all the trades that I take, like here, not every trade that I have is a winner. I mean, we have Lululemon. We bought that at 200 bucks before earnings, averaged it back in around 163, so still out of the money here on Lulu. I think picks and shovels, I really like the idea behind Marvell, trying to break through $90. This is a good name for us as well. I don't know what's going on down there, but that's screwing up this chart. But there goes Marvell today, kind of sideways. What a sideways disaster here today so far. I mean, it's just kind of like, if you're trading the futures, it's back and forth and around. I feel like I want to be back into this Tesla short. I don't know, man. It's bouncing off of this 21 period, which is giving me long kind of vibes, but I'm feeling a little short in the market right now. I don't know what's up with that, but let me see what you guys are trading here just quickly. Make sure you do hit the like and the subscribe with us. Again, so SoFi, okay, well, SoFi's, we already have that. That's not the right thing.
This is fine.
Diamond hands, yeah. We got $1.50 on this $28 and $27 name, so so far so good. Open Door looks like it's having a problem at $9. We can have a quick little look at that as well. Rich Tech Robotics, $7. Nice move there. I actually like DraftKings. I talked about this yesterday, but you gotta let this settle down. I mean, I like the first mover advantage. We saw ICE Exchange take a $2 billion, I think it was, investment in Polymarket. So that's something as well to maybe think about as a possible DraftKings. Like if other people are investing over there, maybe DraftKings does have a little bit of a negative pull to it. But damn, there goes Tesla to the downside. Not super pleased with that one, that's for sure. SoFi continues to be ripping faces off, man. This stock just keeps on going. So that last high wick there, nah, man, that's not it. I'm changing this, man, 28.35. Let's change up now. Our offer and get stopped out if it breaks that most recent low there on SoFi. So yeah, great trading there, it looks like anyways for SOFI. I'm going to put that stop in right now, 28.34. If we break below that most recent low right into there is where we want to get stopped out. So, okay, what's up, Adara?
Here is the Nasdaq. As you guys can see, a little bit of resistance overhead around that 609.70s area, but holding up relatively well and continuing in this trend that we started pre-market with these higher highs and higher lows. Lots of stocks to talk about today news-wise. Let's start here with TMQ. Trilogy Metals up significantly pre-market and post-market after we get the Trump administration announcing a 10% stock in the government. So U.S. government taking a 10% stake in Trilogy Metals, TMQ. Good look there for TMQ. We also get a green light here from the Trump admin for Ambler Road, which is going to be a good project here for Trilogy Metals as well. Then you've got TSLA on watch. Tesla, this one reportedly, according to Bloomberg, going to be unveiling a cheaper version of the Model Y today. We also have some more details here. According to Electrek, a plant manager in Tesla Berlin said that the new stripped-down Model Y is going to be roughly 10% less expensive. Last but not least, AppLovin here on watch. APP, nice rebound today. This one dropped pretty sharply heading into the close yesterday after Bloomberg reported that the company is facing an SEC probe with regards to how it collects data. Now, before we send you back to the guys, we'll take a moment to thank our friends at Oragenics, OGEN. Each year, 3.8 million concussions are reported in the U.S., but there's still no FDA-approved treatment. NYSE-listed Oragenics, OGEN, is changing that with its first-in-class intranasal drug designed for rapid brain access. With the concussion treatment market projected to reach $8.9 billion by 2027, Oragenics is uniquely positioned to lead the way. Learn more. Schedule a meeting today. Back to you.
We thanks Adara for that update there. We did just get stopped out of SoFi, so that ends the trade. And it was a chicken dinner winner, so there it is, man. We are now out of that. I was just saying to Obi, I'm thinking like this market might be a short right now. So we do have Fed speak happening right here, right now. So Adara is obviously on the desk there and is going to have that in our ear if there's anything that winds up popping around right now. But here it is right here, market moody ahead of Fed speak. We already talked about AMD and Tesla already, but here's what, oh yeah, this is yesterday. I want to show you guys this quickly right here. How do I zoom this? So take a look, there it is, there it is. So we're sponsoring, we sponsor youth hockey. So there it is with that. When I saw this logo on the back of the jersey, this is just their practice jerseys, this is them doing it. Look, even the goalie's got to do these things. This is Gia right here, by the way, making some moves. But yeah, so we're sponsoring there, giving some back, and yeah, we love that. So, but what I want to say was right now we have Feds Bostic, Feds Bowman speaking right here, Feds Mirren speaking as well. So exciting stuff happening in the world of Fed speak. But I'm thinking maybe market go downside right now. Is that a call for Adara? Oh no, we'll go over to Obi.
Yeah, so guys, looking for a futures trading platform that actually delivers without hidden costs? With plus 500 futures, you get free live charts, transparent fees, low margins, and an unlimited demo so you can practice until you're ready to trade live. Open an account and start trading with as little as $100. With plus 500's powerful platform, you can access a wide range of futures markets. S&P 500, Nasdaq, Bitcoin, gas, Forex, metals, crypto, and more, all in one place. Plus, enjoy a welcome bonus of up to $200 in commission-free trading. Just scan the QR code on screen to apply for your account today and join over 30 million users worldwide who have already chosen plus 500. All right, so yeah, that 214 reserve on the bid on AMD, that's still kind of chopping around that area. So I'm out of it. I'm just like, oh boy, I should have held for some more, or whatever. Nah, I think if I did want to continue this short, it was watching it get back into VWAP and then watching it kind of hold this 215 or 215s and some change, and then get slapped back in for a quick dollar scalp, right? But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for multiple dollars, like 218s to 214s. Yeah, I'll take that. That's a nice scalp. But it's like I'm looking for maybe more of a range here. And if we're going to reserve here in and around the place where we did find a bid in the pre-market, yeah, I'm gonna chill out here. We also mentioned that this is the area where that anchored VWAP is sitting. And guess what, guys? Can't make this stuff up. We're holding that anchored VWAP pretty well. 213.46 is where it's at, and this bar low is 213.45 on this 3-minute candle, and the prior bar is 213.44. So within a 5-penny variance of that anchored VWAP specifically, we're catching a little bit of a bid after a $4 flush. So does it mean it's a little bit of a level? I don't know, but as long as the chart is kind of, or the action is kind of showing me that, okay, every time we try to push, buyers are willing to step in and step up. Unless and until that is not the case anymore, I do want to kind of continue to watch this kind of churn here as well.
There we go.
Current intraday VWAP didn't really mean too much. We are selling off a little bit, and you can see the market as well. The ES and the Nasdaq taking a little bit of a pullback off of their morning highs. When it comes to other stocks here, okay, Starbucks might be coming in here. So Starbucks, I like the trade for potential continuation here. We know that they've been having some sort of closures or whatever, some troubles. I don't know specifically what's going on. Do I really care? Not really. The price action told me that there were aggressive sellers yesterday, and today it seems like they're stepping in a little bit more as well. So let's see if we can participate. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So yesterday on Bucks, let's make this full screen.
Wow, bad out
on Bucks right there. Absolutely beautiful selling coming in, breaking some structure and giving us almost a 5%, well, pretty much a 5% drop from high to low there on Starbucks. We ended the day with a low of $82 flat. Today we're trading at $81.97, so we're in that area right now. So opening range low getting tested on Starbucks. The question becomes, do we get seller dominance on the day today? We did see it yesterday, just looking for a simple continuation today. Maybe not on everyone's radar, but guess what? It was doing a little bit of relative volume in the pre-market. I do have it on watch. Let's see what it does. Hasn't really done, I guess I had to be involved a little bit higher, but I'm not really participating right now.
Coffee, I'm gonna ask Randy.
I'm good, man. I just told the chat, like, it's rare that I finish my whole coffee.
Yeah,
by this time, I'm really like, you know, the caffeination nation over here.
Caffeination nation.
Caffeination
Is that just one
nation.
coffee?
Yeah, just,
I'm about
it's 130 milliliters, which is
It's not a cup. That's
half a cup.
Half a cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I say. I don't do too well with caffeine, but that stuff hits me pretty hard, man.
We're sticking with our freaking guns, man. We're now $1.50 in the money on Tesla. We got stopped out at the high. Literally, I made the high of the day.
Boom.
But I was feeling like we still like this trade. So as Tesla breaks the 200 period, 450, using that as a little bit of support, we're now out of half of it actually, as it makes the move down into $1.50 right there. So let's see what it winds up happening with Tesla. I mean, it still looks to be pretty strong, man, on the day. Like, it was actually a lot lower as we opened, and then it's been battling back all day, and now it's just trying to see what it wants to do at VWAP. So I think maybe one more out in and around here might be okay. For me. We do have a bad position, a bad out on whatever, man. We had 10% left. We talked about that. I'm going to take another fill here just quickly if I can get a 448 on Tesla. But there was the out there. It broke that low, and I thought we should have used a 21 period, I guess, at the time. That's hindsight. We're not going to cry over spilled milk. That's not what we're doing. That broke, and we got out. So we follow the yellow brick road on that one. I'm bidding 448. I'm actually going to cancel that right now, because with the amount of shares and the size, it doesn't really matter right now. I'm not like getting out of my full boat here where 30 cents is going to matter that much. But I just did put a bid now at 20 stereos. We put a bid at 26 as the bears come back in on Tesla. So $1.80 in the money now on this trade on TSLA, lower now as it goes. All right, so also waiting for a 215-ish area, 214.70 on AMD to get out. BNI, a little bit of a runner here that I'm hearing in my ear. Do we not have BNI? Is it BNI? BNAI maybe, BNAI? Brand, yes, this is what it was. So this is now halted right here. Don't know exactly what's going on with this stock, but BNAI,
Figma.
We will shout out Adara as she will be on that one stat for us as well. Thanks, Adara. But yeah, BNAI right now, downside push. No news that Adara is seeing right now, so we'll wait and try to be patient with BNAI. But Oscar falling down, I don't like that one. What's UNH actually doing here today? Just to see if there's anything going on in this space. UNH downside as well. So UNH, nice recovery, man. 360 there for UNH. All right, Figma. You want to talk about Figma a little bit, because you had some ideas about that earlier.
I did have it on watch here. I kind of missed it. It was pretty choppy, man. That's the thing.
Thank you so much, Randy.
Funny enough, I talk about Starbucks, and then I just start seeing the bids getting slammed into like that. I'm just like, all right, well, cool. That's not what I want to participate in. Like, the faster the action happens, I think the probability of reversion might be. It might be getting, I guess it changes for me. I'm not going to say higher or lower or whatever, but it does change a little bit there. So Figma, let's go check that one out here. That one trades on the NYSE. And yeah, that one I did have on watch this morning. Seems like this AMD is getting chopped up in this 214 area, man. I'm not seeing any.
I don't know what to do either.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give that one some more time. But Figma, look at this strength, man. Through some of these, I was gonna say pre-market highs. Oh boy, some of these intraday highs here, 62 halves. That thing is blasting off pretty nicely. We'll see what it did and how it's been setting up. We know it's been a recent IPO right after we get back from Madeira.
Yeah, so I looked more into BNAI. The most recent news story from this on Benzinga was mid-September, so likely not that. Decent amount of social media attention, and also the float and short float really aren't too much to speak of here either. $25.35 million market cap. Short float here of less than 0.2%, 0.13% short float. So again, likely not that. Float itself about 28.3 million shares. So nothing significant here on BNAI beyond the social media interest. And again, no tangible news. Back to you.
Okay. Yeah, we're down with that. So we'll wait for that. I did, we've already talked about some of this a little bit today, but more off the open with Oh, well, I didn't mean to say open twice here, but with open door. Nice move downside, just hit right away, 930 to 940 price level. Nice downside play there for open. And we already sort of looked at this name a little bit, and the last time that I sort of looked at it and liked it, I said 7 to 9, and that's pretty much exactly what wound up happening right now. So I think that you're kind of stuck a little bit in the middle at $9 because the high's been 11 or 10. So I'm still looking for this to break on the daily chart. If you're going to go to a 5-minute look as well, we did have some pressure from yesterday applied at this area. So when we opened up here, kind of makes sense to fly in, but look at this. This might be something right here, to be honest with you. What's AMD doing? Still 214.50. Okay, so I'm still waiting for 214.75 to get out. This could be a long on open door, man. 880 and change. You know, if you're going to take it, I think you want to give it probably to 860, 870. But this looks like a good trade opportunity right down into here for open door. So this could be a good long. Why don't we sit around here 880, see if we grab that fill, and then use like 860 or so as our out for open door. I don't know if it's going to get into that area or what, but I think that there's a chance. So let's wait. I mean, there's 880. It just came in right there, and we bounced off of it. So I think there's a good opportunity for that to fly back. We just got, I'm still bidding right into here, 449 flat, 449 11s. Tesla's on the way back up, so we really emptied out the clip when it went back in to that downside. So watch out. Still waiting for that 452 to break a little bit lower. Nvidia Palantir. Yeah, okay. Just looking at the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us again here. Table cheer on the Blue Jays tonight. We've got volleyball for my daughter and swimming for my son. But I'm very, very proud of Barron, my son, because he just passed bronze. I'm going to say it wrong, but there's a bronze cross or bronze medallion along with first aid. So he just passed that. He did 7 hours in the pool on Saturday and got his certificate. So I'm very, very proud of that. So now he can start to, once he becomes of age, to be that lifeguard. And he wants to do that for multiple reasons, of course, and you guys can probably figure that out. I'm hoping the number one is for the money right there, but and to save lives, of course, that's number one. But sitting around a pool and observing, I believe, is what he's trying to feel about right there. Shout out to everybody that is going through puberty, I guess. Right there, probably not much of them are watching this, as they should be in school. Where am I going with this? All right, we just got 449 right there on Tesla. Let's see, it just keeps on. You just mentioned about AMD, like, keep on refreshing that area. I feel like maybe the same is here as for Tesla, man. This 448 does not seem to want to crack. So we'll take it out at 449, and then we'll wait to see what's going on right now with that trade. But another one, I mean, it's another one right there. So we have something. Hey, how about this one? Oh, we need that belly dancer animation. I don't know if Fabian's in, but there it is right now. This is another old school one. It's fruit salad time, baby. But enjoy your fruit salads today. Yeah, so it looks like we had just missed our we're at 214.70s. I'm gonna go to 214.50, honestly. There's a belly dance animation that used to be part of our GIFs.
Yeah.
It is before your time, my guy, Fabian. That's what I'm telling you. It's in the repository. He's talking crazy wild. Can everybody hear what you're saying, or just me? Oh, just me. Okay, so all right, forget about it. I can't even hear what you're saying. I'm having a full conversation with Fabian that everyone's hearing. He's looking for it. We got a super chat. We might not be able to find it because we revamped everything, and we had to, because we got a new system, we had to like sort of render. I think that's the right word, right? Re-render a lot of these. Yep. So I'm gonna have to wait for it. But team is on it. For the belly dancing thing. Yesterday I bought, so again, yesterday we bought some Target in here at $89. So I posted it up again on Twitter. You can go find it. So I made a play here on TGT. I really am going to drop this if it breaks through $86. But I just thought it's been hammered so much, man. I know the consumer is not the strongest right now, but I thought, we could hear about some sort of activism or something happening in this name. So I kind of like Target here, and it's a target of mine. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I meant to switch my AMD order. So that was this trade that I wanted to do. So watch out for Target. That's another new play. Yesterday I bought 2 names. I bought SoFi off open 25.70 or so, and we bought Target right here 89.50. So those are my 2 recent plays. We've recently sold Intel. We've recently sold a little bit of Palantir as well. And you know what, man? I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to offer right here. Forget about it, man. 213.90. We just hit that offer there on AMD. Hopefully we can get it, and we'll get another piece out, and then we'll just hold one very, very small piece left to see if we can break through that 215 area. But that's what my idea is there for. There we go. We got it there on Advanced Micro Devices. So good fill there on that one. Mom Spaghetti, it is Rigetti, and that name continues to. Oh, SMR. So Rigetti, boom, up 6%. I had SMR. We haven't looked at this. It's on the sticky note, 44 break long. So let's look at this together for SMR. Doesn't look like it broke yet. Did it have any action up there at 44? Yes, it did. The break long would have not worked. So we actually missed that trade. We had written it down for 44. So I think in my mind now, if I'm writing down a target that is like 7% away and it gets up there, maybe it's actually a short. Okay, like the AMD trade worked because it blasted off from the levels that we had, right? We had AMD early on, like early days, right? Pre-market days, right there, 845. We like that stock so much, right? So when it blasted up into a level that you saw, OB 218, that was resistance. Yeah. So it would have been crazy for me to write down 218 break long, but we did have a great trade on that one. So we'll just continue to. Monitor that. And then our Tesla is still that dollar in the money. My next fill on Tesla, man, I'm looking for blood. I'm looking for 447.50. So the lowest fill we have all day is what I'm looking for on TSLA. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of, I like this consolidation here on top of 214s. We talked about that anchored VWAP. So I did get just taking a little bit of a dabble here. Figma was the one I wanted to talk about a little bit earlier, and that one's kind of consolidating at its highs. That breakout out of 62 halves was quite nice, and you can see how well it's holding up. Oh boy, there's a little bit of a flush there on AMD as well. That 213 again. Where's that anchored VWAP? That's coming in at 213.40s-ish. So that's kind of what I'm watching as of right now to see if that comes into fruition or not. And every time we pull into that level, we've been bidding up, but the consolidation does seem like it's getting a little bit weaker. So I don't know. I'm just light on this. Let's see if that kind of works, and let's see if it gives me the opportunity to get a little bit bigger, right? So I'm going to let that one kind of hold there. VWAP is where sellers were, and then it seems like they've been getting. It's been working well, right? For that. But yeah, Figma, let's go to higher time frame and see how this one's been setting up. We got that crazy move yesterday, intraday, and we had a high of 61.70s, yeah, 61.71. Nice little reversion pullback going into the end of the day, but in the pre-market, that move, nice continuation, bit of a double top breakout happening through that 61, 62 area. Now continuation definitely with a bit of structure hold as well, right? So 64.19s are the highs, and this thing has been holding quite well. So this is what I want to see. This is what I like to see here. I was looking to take this structure breakout in the pre-market. I was like, oh, double top. I definitely want to look at this 61.80. Don't necessarily want to chase into the 61.80, but I want to figure out what it does with it. So on the initial push, we flushed off of it. So I'm like, that's not really what I'm looking for. So I did look away from it, but guess what? I had to look at VWAP, man. These pre-market consolidation lows held well. VWAP held well, and that's what built the kind of pressure needed to push us through that opening range high, and now we're holding structure even higher. I like it. It's working for the continuation. But right now we got small cap recap with Adara, so let's see what's going on in that side of the market.
We're going to start here with the aforementioned BNAI. This is Brand Engagement Network. As I mentioned earlier, I couldn't find any info on this stock in terms of news. Lots of social media attention. It is a penny stock trading right now around 75, 76 cents, and it has a larger float, I guess, for what you're looking for sometimes for these runners, but a 28 million share float, market cap here around $25 million. Then we have GLTO, GLTO. This one's been trading relatively choppy since opening, but big gap to the upside. I couldn't find any news on this GLTO, but it is worth noting smaller market cap here around $3 million. $3.5 million market cap as of this morning for GLTO. And then last but not least here, we'll take a look at CISS C3Is, yet another small cap runner without any kind of news story. $3.41 million market cap, float 640,000 shares. So this is a low float runner with a notable short float, 29.4%. So CISS, if you're looking for a lower float runner, that might be the strongest contender here. Before we send you back to the guys, we'll take a moment to thank our friends at Trade the Pool, because the Trade the Pool Beat Ackman live trading competition is here. October 8th to 10th, every day, Ackman makes his move. And your mission is to outperform him, beat his return, prove you've got what it takes. Then the grand finale on October 13th, broadcast live on Trader TV with the Trade the Pool team live in the studio. Over $600,000 in prizes are up for grabs. $25, $50, and even $100,000 evaluation accounts, plus surprise giveaways during the live shows. Don't just watch, compete. Beat Ackman, win big, scan the QR code, start trading. Back to you.
I'm going to look to go long here on AMD if we break, if we get into this 200 period, go Packers. Moving average.
Nice.
Remember, owner of the Packers.
Nice, man. How much percent?
How much percent?
The whole thing, 100% owner?
It's close. No, so they sold shares to. So Packers are a public company. They're
Right.
we've talked, or sports team, I guess, company, and they sold shares to build more seating.
Oh, nice.
So
That's
the last,
pretty cool.
I think about 5 or 6 years ago there. So for, I think it was $250 or something,
Yeah.
you got a stock certificate that just says you own a piece of the Packers.
That's awesome.
So it's never going to be sold.
Cool, yeah.
There is an open market for it. Like you
Right.
can trade them and things like that, but it's more just like, it's my favorite team. So, you know, you spend like, excuse me, you spend like $200 on a jersey or something like that, right? This is just something fun.
Yeah.
So it's up in like the man cave, sort of just like, anyways,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty. That's all that it is, right? It's just pretty cool. It's not like something like, man, I put all my money in this thing. I'm passing it along to my kids.
So like it's like a. It's
By the
a,
way, Tesla.
It's a. You're saying it's a stock that actually trades.
No. There's a market. No. There's like
there's
a private market.
There's a private market.
Yeah, just
Okay,
like
okay,
people
okay.
that maybe would collect the stock certificates,
Oh,
but
nice,
it's not.
nice.
It's not.
That's
They're really
actually
not
pretty
worth
cool.
anything. The only thing that's worth something is this Tesla short right now, because we are
Boom.
flushing down to the downside again. And we had written down here AMD long, Tesla short, SoFi long, and I mean those trades right now are really leading right here. This is now $3 in the money, Obi, and we have about a little bit less than half, but still a very good position that's come back on there. So there it goes, downside here for Tesla as the market continues to bleed a little bit here, but not. I mean, it's relatively flat. I mean, yesterday we had a little bit of a different market, and I'm actually trading. I don't remember how much P&L was yesterday, but I mean, I'm up more right now than we were yesterday, I believe.
Nice.
Because we had the AMD trade yesterday, which was big. Nah, it's probably similar. SoFi was pretty big there today as well, so that's obviously a good trade there. And then the Tesla trade right now, that's $3 in the money. Look at these short. And again, when you're getting blown out there, like, I mean, to me, that's fine. Our short is right here at 451.70. That's a 50-cent hit, right? So making that back right now. What's up, T-Money? Great trading by you as well. And that's what we have, man. A lot of love here on the show, obviously. GLTO looks like it's going to stay open for a minute. Galactico there, bouncing around. I don't know, man. A stock that's up 590%. I mean, going to be hard to figure out some levels on this one, but I would say just stay with it. I mean, until you break, I guess, this 250 area that seems to have been supported. BNAI was a name that had halted back and forth. Adair brought us this story as well. Up to 85 cents, now pulling back in just a little bit right there. Did Open Door go down to our 80 level yet? Yes, it did. Right now, we don't have any fills there. I guess I didn't sit there at 80. Let's take it right now, Open Door. I still like it against that 60 level, so we'll take a position here at 73. Please let us get it. They don't have to punch 74, rip through. There it is, okay. So we do get that. So the reason why that's important is because I just got paid to make that trade. Instead of punching 74, 74 would have given me a worse price, and I would have removed liquidity, so it would have cost me money to do that trade. So here we go, man. We're into Open Door, and using this area right here as some kind of support. So 860 break, so 859. We'll average into it, so we'll put some more trades a little bit lower, but let's put this trade in right now so we don't forget about it because we forgot to put our bid. 859 right there. Let's get basically right where that was, 865. Let's really average into that, okay? So if it gets back into 865, we'll put on some more shares and make this trade just a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. All right, so 880 right there is where we've used this 21 period for a little bit, so that's 880. So here comes a nice move. We'll just get out of 10% of what we have if it does get into 880. So new position alert, open door, and Tesla still $3, man, down into, okay, here it goes. Tesla's even going a little bit lower right now, Obi. So I'm going to put another bid right here, clap that out at 446.30 as the market goes down, and we'll see if we can get a little winner here for Tesla. Again, but still $3 in the money. We'll see if we can get 350 on this.
Yeah, the market's flushing in here, and I'm watching AMD pretty closely. Figma as well. Figma, there's a nice little reversion happening right now on the break of that bid that did come in, and the flush on the market. Here's the thing, man. AMD dropped down once again into that anchored into this area from yesterday. So not only is it support resistance, kind of this consolidation high. This was resistance yesterday. We're seeing this live. That resistance, that intraday resistance from yesterday, turning maybe potentially into a little bit of a support. Like I was talking to Sean, I was like, look, this thing, you can just sit on this and it just keep on reloading, and you can just churn until it shows you that it wants to go, right? I'm really like, the kind of action that this market is doing is really starting to make me think about different ways I can be participating in the market just based off of what it's showing me. Like, yeah, it's showing me there's buyers on anchored VWAP. You can say anchored VWAP, you can say prior support resistance, whatever you want to call it, maybe the midpoint of that bar, or however you want to really see it. But there's buyers coming in at a place that has strong confluence of multiple factors, right? So that 213 halves holding pretty well. And even on that market flush that we just got, we dropped all the way down to, 214.30s, and then nice little rip back up. So showing some strength. Don't know if it's enough. If the market continues to quadunk, I'm sure that even that might not be enough for AMD, but what do I know? We just got to try to follow what it's doing and try to participate as best as possible. Figma might find a bit of, on VWAP if it's going to hold this prior structure, which it is kind of doing pretty well. So we're going to continue just watching that one. Let me know in the chat what you guys are trading. This is what I mean by prior structure. Opening range highs where the aggressive sell came in and a little bit of a stall hold right now. But you can see the market is absolutely tanking. Oh boy, you got to watch out a little bit below, but I think we got a little something with the Dara right now.
OpenAI and Boeing BA dropping as well with a little bit of an increase in volume on this catalyst, it seems like. So we do have reports that Boeing is going to be winning conditional EU antitrust approval for their $4.7 billion acquisition of Spirit AeroSystems, according to sources. So this is not confirmed, it's just a report, but looks like BA might be allowed to acquire Spirit AeroSystems for $4.7 billion in the EU. If I get confirmation, that'll wait. As of right now, it's just a report. Back to you.
All right, yeah, so watching out for Boeing here, down to 220. I mean, I think it's broken all these levels, so I think we're going to have to wait on BA. I mean, it hasn't traded that well today. This is a 5-minute chart, this is a 1-minute chart, but I do think it's a good level here at 214, 215. We know that they've been trying to acquire Spirit Aero, so that's going to be, I think, a win for them. So that's nice, and now the path is cleared for that kind of a trade, but it's just like whenever you take a long into there, when you have this much gap before your next level, it's a little risky. But again, Boeing, I like the stock. I've been long this name for a while, so it's all good. We actually wind up getting that out. We actually took 2 outs right here, one at 180, one at 181, because we saw it come back. We didn't see it come back in, but it blasted through there. So we do take a couple fills there. So we got it at 20% there on open door. I mean, I'm just scalping this name. We did talk a little bit about that. So hopefully we're able to take advantage of that. And yeah, so that's what we're doing right now on open door. Something about Russian oil right now is going through. I think Russia and India maybe coming up.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The headline is just, according to sources, traders selling Russian oil recently began seeking payment in Chinese yuan.
Right.
Something major.
Okay, so yeah, nothing major, but that's going to piss off Donald Trump. So, you know, he wants that U.S. dollar dominance. So, you know, you can see right here, light sweet crude making a little bit of a move down. I don't know if it's on that story or not, but, you know, oil's been sort of hovering. Gas prices are pretty cheap around here right now, though, what I'm noticing. But I guess that depends on, you know, what station you go to. But, yeah, oil right now kind of at multi-month lows right here. So, yeah, watch out now for this, $61 a barrel. For light sweet crude right now. That makes a move lower. We did hear GLD. So again, I got to fix this, but gold today breaks 4,000 an ounce right there. So it's a good thing that that's not how much certain ounces cost. You know what I mean? Right there, but you've got the long? Yeah, good. Nice long there on AMD. Yeah, right back up there. Good trade there. We were talking about that. So my bids on AMD, good trade, LB. I have 213.15. It went down as low as 213.26.
Yeah, 26
so,
is.
Yeah,
really?
that's what I see here.
Okay,
I was only bidding where this 200 period was because I didn't want to stop out on that. I wanted to give it a little bit more room. So yeah, you know, 31s it looks like or so. So good little level there. Glad that you have that back in there, Obi. So we're $3 in on Tesla. I'm $3 in on AMD. We're a dime piece on Open Door. We love those around here. And you've got a nice little banger there as well. Love trading with Obi, man. I mean, I think you've got a pretty dynamic duo here. So thanks, Obi, for filling in for Neil. He'll be back shortly.
Yeah, he'll be. I think he'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, he feels better soon enough. Yeah, 215. So we did get. So here's the thing, man. Like it showed us. It showed us that it's relatively strong. The market dumped, dude. The market dumped pretty aggressively across the board, and then these reserves, like the buyers, just kept on stepping up at the place. Again, we talk about strong confluence, right? I'm just like, I'm kind of like, you know, beating my. Head against the wall here, being like, all right, well, I see it. I look away for 2 seconds, and it's all the way at 214.70s. I'm like, oh boy, didn't give me really a chance to kind of add and push into this as aggressively as I'd liked. But you know what? It is what it is. We have what we have, and the trade is the trade. So let me just participate in the limited amount that I have right now, and let's see how far I can get. 216s, nice little reversion happening. So a blast off to the highs. I'll piece off along the way. 216s incoming, and holding this VWAP right now. Let's see if we can get a consolidation above this VWAP and get any sort of a hold and push. But that 216, oh boy, man, I just wish I had a little bit more there on that consolidation hold. But this action was very, very telling. Like, I don't know, like, can you get a cleaner, like sure, on something like an Intel or something that's really, really like a tight spread, you'll see something like a held bid or a held offer. It becomes very obvious. But when it's stuff like this, where AMD, it's very competitive. It has fresh news from yesterday. Today is Catalyst Day 2. It's gonna be choppy. The levels are not gonna be perfect in terms of price, but that's why you go to areas, right? And it's okay. Like I didn't know it was gonna do this. I even said I don't know if it's gonna do this, but if it does, I want to participate and get more if it shows us and starts to build structure a little bit higher. So let's see, it's done the first step of that. Let's see if we actually start holding a little bit of structure, but nice little push up. That relative strength, man, anchored VWAP. Shout out to Mr. Brian Shannon for kind of, you know, bringing that knowledge back into the trading world. I think it is a much older indicator, but he's done the work. He's published the books on the technical analysis for it. So shout out to him. I didn't even know about anchored VWAPs before him. Yeah, I didn't even know about anchored VWAP. So I'm so thankful. Definitely one of the goats of the trading community, and you can see how well it works, and it makes a lot of logical sense. It tells you where the average participant is sitting from an anchored event. And here's the thing: you don't have to execute on it. You don't have to trade off of it. But if price tells you something in confluence with that anchored VWAP, then it might be something you want to consider, right? It might be something you want to give some value and weight to. That's all it is, man. There's not many indicators that I use, but anchored VWAP is definitely up there.
By the way, $4. So we're sitting in $7 worth of winners right now. We've got $4 here on Tesla, and all of these are posted. It's like what Obi mentioned there. You got to sometimes stick with it, look for your trade. When you get it, you nail it, and that's what we did there. We still got AMD, we still got this. Open Door not really doing a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, a couple new members. Thank you. Welcome, man. Welcome, Mia. Welcome, Hardik Parji, twice. Okay, thank you so much, Hardik Parji, for joining us one more time there. Poor Brian S., his last video, what happened? I'm having Brian Shannon on tonight, so you guys let me know what you want me to talk to him about right there. Thanks to Dara for yesterday. She did the whole recap show solo right there. Yeah. So we go bang, 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 bang. We say
Dolo.
Awesome job. How did you find that Adara yesterday, by the way? Doing
it was really chill. I was chilling with Michael Noss, and it was a good time, and I have no complaints, and I would do it again. So thank you guys all in the chat also who made it awesome, and for your support and for your questions for Michael, because that was great.
There you go, there you go. Well, then just do it again. You can do it tonight for me. I'll just go home early. No, that people might like that, so I don't want to threaten that. Okay, so
the seller stepped back in pretty hard. Eh?
Did you get out of AMD?
I saw it coming. I'm like, yo, 215s should hold on this. Here's the thing. I'm looking for structure to hold higher, right? It's like, what do we see? We see the push up into 216s, love it. I'm like, okay, great. You're gonna do it without me. I don't have the size that I really wanted. That's fine. Boom, let's happen. Wasn't really expecting it to come in that hard, that fast, but it is what it is. I'm thankful, grateful, takes them off. But when that 215 cracks back down, I'm just like, all right, well, that's not what I'm looking for. So this is done. Again, sellers were aggressive here on that 215 on this push. So if I see any signs of those sellers kind of slamming back in, like look, 216s to 215s slammed. I didn't even get 215s. I tried to punch through 215s. I think I got like, what did I get? Like I got in the 90s, 80s, I think. But yeah, nice little flush all the way back down to 214s, back into that area. So a nice little shake and bake. This is what we talked about yesterday. If you're chasing, then it's a little uncomfortable, right? It makes it a little uncomfortable. Sure, the trade can still go, but here's the thing. Sellers are in charge on the day. Sellers are in charge off of the 218 reserve seller that we saw, that Buddy kind of got taken and stepped right back in. And then we saw this VWAP hold, not really hold as resistance as well. We talk about those supports becoming into resistance levels. So this little range, I guess this range low from 216s kind of pushes in as well. That intraday support turning into resistance. Boom, 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 but coming right back in. So, all right, cool. That's I do have to weigh this information a little bit more, and we always talk about this. The probabilities are changing with every single tick, every single candle. So you got to be nimble and kind of dance with those changing probabilities as well. What's up, Adara?
So yeah, I want to talk about J&J really quickly as well. So we'll start with health technology for the sector. I just saw this news here for Johnson Johnson. A court filing shows that the company is ordered to pay $966 million, so just shy of $1 billion after a California jury found J&J liable for women's cancer in one of those talc cases. So payment there for J&J in a talc case in California. J&J, one of many health technology stocks that are red today. ISRG, maybe one of the weakest that I'm seeing here, down 2%. Producer manufacturing, a little weaker here as well. LRCX down 3%. The sector was a bit stronger yesterday, too. Consumer durables run across the board. Ford with a negative catalyst there with its aluminum factory and how that might impact Ford's earnings going forward. Then you have Tesla to the downside as traders react to reports of a possible new Model Y, a cheaper Model Y variant being unveiled. Utilities actually relatively strong for what it's worth. NEE to the upside. Commercial services got some strength here. PayPal notably strong. Energy minerals a bit weaker. Retail trade with the exception of Amazon a bit weaker. And tech services really mixed here. AppLovin up 8%, rebounding after dropping yesterday on reports suggesting that the SEC is investigating them. Palantir to the upside, IBM with an Anthropic partnership nicely to the upside, and Netflix catching a over $1,500 price target from an analyst this morning. They're to the upside too. So even though some tech plays like Oracle, Google, and Meta are a bit weaker, there's lots of strength trying to buoy the sector, guys. Back to you.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Dara. Yeah, running over all those stories. I mean, some big stories today for sure. We've been focusing. I mean, that TMQ is actually a decent story. Oh, thank you, Mr. Rob. We're getting rid of some hardware around here. Because now you've got me have that FOMO about Blue Ocean. So it's like maybe I'll start trading some of that.
Oh, dude, I mean, if you're gonna hop on that, I'm so down, dude.
Yeah. But I'm not going to be consistent.
It's not. But here's the thing: it's not something every day, right? It's not something every day. It's got to be doing some volume. Like yesterday, we had AMD. Excuse me, we had AMD, so there was a move in AMD. Tesla was doing some nice volume as well. So yeah, it's just very volume dependent, I think, and like news dependent, or like is there a story going on? Yeah, no, I think it's great, man. Like this is just the start of the new era where it's like we're gonna have 24-hour trading. Like
that's
NYSE's going 24 hours in 2026. So
it's just an i7 32 gigabyte computer. I don't even know if that's any good or not, but apparently it's good enough to run i7. But it's a 3770 250 gig SSD, 32 gigabytes. Anyways, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I think it'll be good enough to run. Because I don't really at home. I don't really have I had a trading setup. Actually, it goes all the way back down to COVID, and it was downstairs and blah blah blah. We never did any shows outside of the studio. So we actually I haven't had I've never really worked from home.
Really?
Other than maybe being sick.
Oh, dude, it's great. Like the new remote thing that they have. Like you don't even need a cube or anything. Well, you just download and install P-Pro on your home computer.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna ask our IT guys.
Yeah, honestly,
you don't need a cube?
No shade, no cube.
Oh, wow.
So no shade, but my computer at home is distinctly, significantly better than any of the PCs in around. Maybe the guys in the algorithm. So it's a totally different software. It's a totally different software.
It's just how fast it runs.
It's so clean. It's like buttery smooth. But yeah, no, I think it's a great experience, man.
All right, good, man. I always have pretty good experiences with our software here. Let's just go find right now Wagwan. Who's making the money around these joints right now? Okay, so here we go. Compare your profit. This is yesterday's profit at Real Trading. So we're talking about trading from home. We're talking about all this kind of stuff and what's available here. By the way, AMD just fell back into 213. We got a little more long right there on AMD. SoFi just broke. Oh no, AMD just broke. Let's just go over to AMD just quickly here. I was like, I'm not in SoFi. Why did that just flash? All right, so we tried the reload at 213. We lost. So I mean, there it is, man. That's how Neil talks about this all the time. I think I talk about this all the time. And that is that when you're gonna have winners, have them like this. When you're gonna have losers, have them like that. There it goes, breaking lower there. Good out by you, obviously, on the upside of that. I'm going to take advantage just real quickly, get another piece out here on Open Door, if I can get a 79, as that's having a little bit of a problem. We just upticked there to 81s. So if we can run through 79, let's take that fill. We just missed it, okay. We could offer 78s. What am I long at? 73. It seems silly to do this, but we'll try that. Okay, we'll get back to that. I just don't want to forget about this. So here we go. Compare your profit. So this is who made money. I still haven't got filled at 78, by the way. This is who made money yesterday. I'm going to cancel my 79s. I only want one fill. All right, so 12,000. This is US, and this is all prop money, right? So this is on a prop floor here, not necessarily here in Toronto, but all over the world. There's over 300 offices. Plus, Obi just explained to you can also trade from home here at Real Trading. TSX there, someone made $9 grand on the Canadian markets. A lot of Canadian market trading here. So there are, our footprint is here in Canada. So we do have a lot of traders that are trading that, the CSE, CBOE, New York, Nasdaq. So nothing fancy. I was hoping that we got a little bit of Blue Ocean. Most of the time when we talk about the top traders by market, there's Blue Ocean. So someone did crack 3Gs yesterday overnight trading.
Boom.
So that's.
I'm pretty sure I know what they were involved in.
There we go. We got out. Yeah, you were saying maybe AMD possibly.
Yeah, or Tesla.
Or
anything. Yeah.
Basically, what you want to do is, and we had Jeff Mendel here as well. You want to make sure that you check the volumes, right? Go over to the websites, check to see what's printing in the after hours, and trade accordingly with that. Right there. Yeah, man. No problem, dude. This is what's up, Rocket Trader Jim. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Tesla shorts for the win today. Thanks, bros. 3K in an hour. Right there, man. Great trading, man. Rocket Trader Jim. Thank you so much for all that, man. He's on fire. He's on fire. That's a great trade there. We had the other day, yesterday, we had Charlie that was giving us a bunch of super chats as well, talking about making what he made $4 grand, similar to this there yesterday on, I think it was on a similar call for either Tesla or AMD. So, yo, thank you so much for all of that. As I watch right now, this name rip $1 against us. We're out of AMD, but there it goes. We tried it. We were very, very patient with it, and very patient getting the long, but once it broke, we weren't very patient in getting the out. That was a great fill, man, at 446. I'm going to take another fill right now as we start to break upside a little bit. I'll put one at 446.95, a little bit of a flush down. Hopefully we get that fill on Tesla. And congratulations, man, Rocket Trader Jim. You know, great. Thanks for the super chats and thanks for everything lately on all of that. So it's 10:46 now. It's not quite time for what's for lunch, but that open door, we still have that trade. I'm now out of 30% of it. I don't know what it wants to do, man. I mean, I want to try to hold for this big move. The next offer I have is at 85s. But right now, the 50-period moving average, look, as soon as we broke that, we've never broken it back up. So a lot of pressure right now under this name. What are we long at? 70? I'm actually going to stop out if we break below. It's been such a good, I was giving this to 860. Let's go 867 or so. We can't seem to be getting too much there. Love back in for this. So nice downside play again for open door. It seems like today.
Buyers on AMD. Aggressive buyers on AMD.
Aggressive buyers on AMD.
We were trading. Sorry,
that
I didn't
sucks,
cut you off.
I was
213s.
Dude, I was just
it
in
rips
this
$1
trade.
and another $1. I know, man. That's crazy. Like you see.
We'll just move on because I mean, look, that's $2 in the money. We'll do our self tap on the shoulder there. But hey, man, we got stopped out. It broke the 200-period moving average. I'm not feeling too many kinds of ways about that, honestly. I mean, we've had a big day already.
How do you know it's gonna rip $2 instantly? Like
you didn't know that?
No, I mean, yeah. Come on, you didn't know that?
Will AMD close over under 218 today? 218 today. Ask Perplexity. I'm not doing that. Perplexity just won't give any answers about stock prices. So, but anyways, nice move there for AMD on the back end of that trade. So, if you like the short, I mean, the short's here, Obi. I don't know. Is there a level that you're looking at because we're at VWAP? I know that 218 has pressure. We know that.
Yeah.
So if we can get up there, I think that's a good little short. Before I flip over to you for your opinion on it, let's check out what the king is doing. Nvidia up 1.3%. Nvidia laughing at this deal with AMD and OpenAI, honestly. I mean, you know, Nvidia doesn't need to take stake or they don't need to give warrants or anything for anything like this, man. Nvidia just says, take our cash, take our chips. Our chips are superior to those of AMD and up 1.4% right now, continuously going higher. Lisa Su can win. There's a lot of opportunity for both of this, but honestly, long AMD or Nvidia, my money's on Nvidia. So I recently bought some of this about $13 ago and really like that trade. So we'll see if it can still hold out for that. But yeah, so far so good here with NVDA.
Yeah, man. I think was it Los Pollos Hermanos is basically, I just bought 100K AMD shares, Obi. It's a bull day. Join me, LFG. I'm like, yeah, was that you just now wiping up the ask like $2, 213s, 214s, 215s? That was crazy. Just like pushing right into it. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's if you slap 100,000 shares into the book, yeah, that you can definitely get a little bit of that action, taking out all that liquidity. Look at this bid coming in, man. Absolutely wild. So this is the thing. You asked me what I want to do with this. I don't know. If it's gonna rip around $2 like this every now and then, somebody in the chat was like, yeah, this is why you got to have stop losses. Yeah, exactly. Like if you're playing tight, like you're getting knocked around pretty aggressively here. You're taking this breakdown, consolidation breakdown, doesn't go that far. You're taking this hold, it's choppy, and then it rips right back up. So it's like if it's gonna knock around like this, I'm just gonna be patient. I think real risk is up at 218s where we saw that aggressive reserve, and maybe a trade shows up if we get all the way back there. If we break this 216, maybe we've accumulated the buying pressure that we need to take us up there. I have no idea, but here's the thing, man. Sellers on 218, sellers on VWAP, sellers on maybe 216s on any sort of pops, and then we rip right back up into 215s and maybe stalling a little bit here. Don't forget, the market is in a strong downtrend. Every single 15-minute candle since the open pretty much has been red, so don't forget that. I think that's something to remember, something to consider. And when and if that selling comes in on AMD, maybe that's what I'm going to look for as well. So that's what I got going on there. What's up, Adara?
The US dollar actually maintaining this strength again from that low that we made on September 17th. Fed day, we have at the higher highs, higher lows. Now looks like we're actually trying to break out of that 98.5 level. So not a bad look here for the DXY. I mean, obviously, if you zoom out, we're very much down on the year, to put it mildly, but either way, at least short term, looks like a bit of a bounce potentially for the US dollar to continue. Hard to talk about economic data when we really don't have any coming through. We did have a couple comments. We had a lot of Fed speakers talking. The only person I've seen any comments come from, though, is Fed's Bostic. Now I'm starting to see comments coming from Myron. Myron saying that growth in the first half of the year was slower than expected due to some uncertainty. And then Fed's Bostic, the comment I was about to mention earlier, is that turbulence in the market, or I guess the economy, is leading firms and households to be cautious. So both Myron and Bostic talking here about uncertainty and caution across the board. What's interesting here, though, is as the shutdown goes on, the odds of the rates being held in place in October is increasing incrementally. So let me zoom in if I can to show this. Here we go. Today, 7.5% of participants expecting that rates will not be cut. 1 day ago, 5.9%. 1 week ago, 3.8%. So as the shutdown grinds on, there is as slowly but surely, we have more people expecting maybe the Fed won't be cutting rates because they might not have all the data they need to make that decision. Either way, still have a couple weeks until October 29th. Let's see how it all sorts out. Back to you.
Thank you very much. I think it was Eri Pages? Eri Trader? Yeah, I think so. Eri Pages in the chat.
Eri Pages,
Eri Pages, yeah, sorry. Asking about my PC specs earlier. So I posted up in the chat for you. Nothing crazy. Like I bought the PC, or I made the PC. We don't buy PCs around here. So I made the PC. I think a few years ago, 4 years now. I think it's been almost three and a half years. But still, it was pretty bleeding edge when it did come out. Like DDR5 had just come in. I had to buy my graphics card in cash from a guy on Facebook Marketplace because it was during the whole graphics card like craziness. Like no one had inventory. I wasn't willing to buy those non-mining cards because like forget about that. But so I spent a decent amount of cash on an old 3060 Ti. Well, it wasn't that old. It was the guy had finally got his hands on I think it was a 3090. So he was selling off his 3060 Ti. So that's what I got. But still, regardless, I think it's still very strong beast there. And yeah, you don't need too much to trade, but it's mainly for gaming. But yeah, that's my little thing on that. Wow, Amazon triple twos again, man. That yearly open is getting knocked around like we talked about. I just have the tape up here, not even the chart. So I'm gonna have eyes on that one. But right now, I think we have something from Adara.
Lots of commentary coming from Fed's Myron. Once again, he is a little bit more dovish than his peers. He's saying that there are risks if the monetary policy isn't adjusted. He's also saying that it's more restrictive. The monetary policy is, mind you, more restrictive as the neutral rate is coming down, and that the restrictive monetary policy has risks. So long story short, Fed's Myron continuing to be very dovish. That is the vibe of all his comments here. Also saying that in his view, monetary policy should be forward-looking. With that, he likely means the rate should be cut. Back to you.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we knew Fed would be speaking today, so we got to be very careful on basically what we're doing. We do have a stop out to talk about on Open Door. Like it broke through 60. Our stop hit. And of course, bounces right off of that. But that's, like we said, that's what trading is going to do to you at some points, and you get stopped out. So that's what wind up happening right there on Open Door as it makes that move back down and in again. All right, we are getting, I think we might want to try to go long, maybe potentially on the Nasdaq right now. We just fell into a decent level. We've liked that 107 for a little bit of time. So this could be a trade that we're interested in right now. So if you look at the Nasdaq, this 107, we've looked at it, looked like it was a potential bounce spot. We only have 4 minutes to go right now, but that's interesting to me, 107 here on the TQQs. So in a little bit of sideways action, now the market starting to bleed a little bit to the downside. We still have that 250 in the money right here for Tesla.
Boom. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty jacked up about that right now, to be honest with you. But yeah, so right now, Tesla falling down a little bit. And I was thinking about having the power or so on the TQQs in and around this 107 area. So we could try it for a dip, but I mean, the market rate, I don't know if it's time to go long yet, but this is an area of concern in here around 107. And I mean, now that we're trying to hit that, you know, looking at this, that's pretty nice, man. This 50-period break, downside play, seems like, I mean, we're now $3 in the money on this Tesla. I don't mind holding that for a little bit of a lower play now on the market as well. So I don't think we're going to take that long, but this in here at 107 to me looks a little interesting. We just looked at those levels. If anything, if you think it's going to be red day, which the Nasdaq just turned red. So sirens up for that one, man. I mean, the ES already been red. There's the Nasdaq right now turning. And again, you have Fed speak, right? So these levels could break at any time. Wow, open door. Come on, man. As if you break our back there and then all the way back up to the upside. Not great. But yeah, Tesla makes a move down. We take another fill. So we just got a 447 fill there, which is $3. So that's good. Let's see what happens now moving forward on TSLA. But just with a couple minutes left, we have one more thing to do. Then we'll go back over to Obi. We do this every day, so let's just go in there, find out what's for lunch, okay? Today, Captain Protein was a little upset because it was just pancakes. There was no eggs this morning. But today should be good. For Tuesday, October the 7th, we got homemade teriyaki glazed chicken. So I think that's good.
Let's go.
Yeah, with some Japanese.
I'm hungry, dude. I am so hungry. I didn't even have
man.
breakfast. I had like maybe a quarter of the banana as well.
Yeah, I had the whole.
I took a bite.
I crushed that banana there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, they didn't have any of the pancakes or anything. Plus, oh, actually, I wrapped a little small one up there. They're little mini pancakes. Yeah. Seasonal veg, Japanese noodles, and an Asian sort of coleslaw type salad. So that's what's for lunch. It sounds like that will be a successful day in the kitchen. I think that should be good, right? Teriyaki glazed chicken.
Yeah, I like.
As long as the chicken's not overdone, I think it's good, or underdone. I mean, obviously, but
not too dry.
All right, Obi, leave these guys with an idea right now. I don't mind the futures, the TQs at 107 right here.
Here's an idea, and we just talked about this as well. Like, I'm liking this market for sitting on my hands until something shows up that aligns with my playbook and hitting it. I think that's a great idea in this market. So I don't know. That's what's working for me. So I guess that's what I'll leave you with. But we still have a couple of minutes here. That Figma, that reversion came in pretty nicely, man. The market pulled in pretty decently. You can see that AMD is still chopping around. Like, there was aggressive bidding, aggressive selling, aggressive bidding once again. So it's just knocking around in this $2 zone, 215s, 216s, maybe into 213s and some change. We did delve a little bit lower, and it was funny. We come in and we wick this range low that happened right off of the open, going into the open. We saw that bid. Sean was involved in this bid that came in right off of the open, right into the open, not even off of the open. But guess what this nasty wick candle does? Comes in all the way, tickles it by 2 pennies, and then boom, reversion right into VWAP. $3, absolutely wild. Like that's the kind of craziness that this is kind of, or maybe $2.50 there. But that's the kind of craziness that's happening here on AMD. So if you're patient and waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap, I think it's a little bit better in this market. And in terms of continuation, I don't know if that Starbucks is going still. Okay, so Dell has been a nice fade. Starbucks is still kind of selling off, grinding to its lows. Not anything crazy in terms of range, but still working. So I got those on watch, but nothing else too crazy, man.
All right, thank you for joining us one more time. Obi will be back at 2 p.m. Sure. So I hope you enjoyed the show. If you haven't, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, man. We've Tons of great trades there. You know, green across the board here. We're gonna go over to our two favorite traders. It's Joe and Sharif. It's the midday. Adara on the desk as well with news throughout the rest of the day. So it's gonna be a good one. Fed still talking. Obi, great job. I'll check you back at 2 p.m. We're gonna have, hopefully that glazed chicken is pretty nice today. We'll have to enjoy some of that. I'm gonna go for a quick little swim and I'll see you guys back on the desk shortly. Ciao for now, midday.
Hey guys.
Back.